welcome in, and welcome in, Bear. Hope you're doing well today. How's everyone's weekend going? Had a pretty chill time yesterday at my house, at my mom's house, I guess, not my house. Um, I was hanging out with my dog, and he's having a great time. He was just sleeping on the whole time. When I got home, he was very confused. Like, you guys know he's blind, and usually he knows where he is. But like at that moment, I guess he was just very confused where he was. He really thought he was in the kitchen, and he kept trying to like stand on his back legs and like put his paws on the kitchen counter. But like he couldn't reach it, so it just wasn't there. But he figured it out eventually. Great time being flashbang. Oh yeah, that's true. I tried to take a picture. I tried to take a picture of Luca, but I accidentally had the flash on, or like the flash I thought was on for some reason, and I just completely flashbanged him. But he didn't actually react at all, so I guess he can't see lights because we're not actually sure like how much he can see. Because sometimes it seems like he can see like shadows, but he doesn't really react to like light being in his face. So maybe he can't see light and shadows. Maybe he just fine. Like sometimes it seems like he can see because he's like he's like his face is like following where we're like for example like if my mom like move to the side, like he'll like his eyes will like follow. But I think maybe it's just like he's just like tracking it down by scent. I have no idea. You can't break what's already broken. Exactly. I can't blind my blind dog, you know? It just doesn't work like that. He's doing a bit and isn't actually blind. Oh no. He must be confused when you're there because you're so stinky. That could be why. And maybe he's just really into it. I don't know. He loves a good stinky person, you know? We welcome in Zirconian. Did the snow start yet? Maybe it'll give him sight back. If I just keep flashing bright lights in his face, maybe eventually he'll be able to see. Is that how it works? No, my dog has like a condition. Like he doesn't have like cataracts. He might have cataracts, but like at this point it doesn't matter because he's old. But he had a condition, or he has a condition called like it's like I can't remember what it's called. It's like sudden something blindness. It's like when it comes on very suddenly. And it's apparently due to like it's sometimes in older dogs, their retina, there's like a muscle in the retina or something like that, and the muscle like weakens. It just like 'cause they're just old and their body fails them, and their retina weakens, so they just can't see. Apparently, but it's common for like it's it can be possible for them to still see a little bit. Yeah, I don't really know too much how vision works. I just know like I had a retinal tear one time, and which can happen if you're like if your vision is quite bad. And they never had checked my retina before. Like they'd never dilated my pupils to check my whole life. And then the first time they checked, they were just like, yeah, you should go to the hospital. Like you should, or like they're just like, oh yeah, you should book a thing with like the ophthalmologist or whatever it's called. And then like I didn't think it was that important. Um, and then I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna go to Japan. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Japan because I had a trip planned in like 2 weeks. And then I was like, oh, let me just go to Japan first, and then I'll just do it when I come back. But then like when I called them and like I was like, oh, can I just do it like when I come back? And they're just like, no, like you should go immediately. And I was like, oh, okay, like that sounds kind of serious. So then yeah, they did it very immediately. I had to go to the hospital, and then they just shone a bright light. It was just like this guy like pushed on my eyes, and then he shined like a really bright light into it for like 10 minutes, and he was like, yeah, you're done. So that was it. It wasn't painful. There wasn't any like recovery or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, it's fixed. So that's pretty crazy. It's snowing a little bit today. All hell isn't breaking loose until tomorrow and most of Tuesday. Oh jeez. Yeah, you kind of want to. Is it the first snowfall? Because like the first snowfall, I thought it was just Vancouver that goes crazy, but apparently everywhere just loses their minds on the first snowfall, even if it just snows frequently. I guess it's just like extra rough on the first one. I don't know. Most blind people aren't 100% blind. I'm assuming it's similar for dogs. Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell because like he can't really like tell us. And his his like hearing and smell is so good, right? So like how can you like it's sometimes it seems like he can see but he cannot. My first snowfall was in October. Okay. But the first properly big one, okay. Well, hopefully it's not too crazy. But 40 centimeters is a lot, so sounds a bit crazy. I don't think we've ever gotten 40 centimeters in Vancouver. I think when I was really young, we got like a proper snowfall, like, you know, a good at least 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. I think we I've seen pictures of that, of me outside and like my snow gear, you know, when I was a kid. But I don't really remember. Oh no. Actually, we had one in Luca's lifetime. Because there's a video of Luca like walking out in the snow. And there was one year where the snow was so deep that my brother had to like make a path for him because he couldn't walk through. It was like too deep for Luca to walk through. So we've had some decent snowfalls, but it's not common. Like it's very unusual for it to snow that much. On the bright side, it's had to be much milder. It's been -10 for like a week now. Wait, is that the mild or is that like that's like the bad one and it's gonna get better than that? A proper snowfall. I mean, yeah, because like when it like snows in Vancouver, it's like it will snow, but then like when it hits the ground, it will melt, you know? And it will just be like really wet and slushy on the ground. Like that's usually the kind of snow we get. It's quite uncommon for it to like pile up. If it piles up, then like, you know, the city is shutting down, you know? Your dad is a snowblower. He makes a path in the yard for the dogs. Yeah, I know. But it's kind of funny watching them walk through the snow. Like, Luca will always like come back with this face just like caked in snow. Like, even if we make a path, like he's like, I need to sniff the rest of it, and he just shoves his face in. He's like, it's cold. Please help, it's cold. And then like you can't like it like sticks to the fur. Because he has like curly fur, it just like sticks to it and like you just like can't get it out. You just have to wait for it to melt. He just has to deal with that. -10 is the bad. Everything under -4 is just bad. Okay. Fair enough. Our poodle Millie is the same. She loves the snow. Yeah, I know. I can imagine how much it would stick to the poodle fur. Well, what can you do, you know? Like it like as much I try to like take it out with like a towel or something and like it's just stuck in there. Like I don't know how snow can be stuck like that, but it just is. And then when it melts, it's just like you just have a really wet dog. That's really nice. But for Luca, like the bigger concern we have is like when it gets colder, they salt all the paths, right? Like they salt all the sidewalks and the paths on like the parks and stuff because it gets quite slippery. But he has like it's like it causes a lot of problems for like dogs' paws because they're like touching the salt directly, so it really irritates his paws, and he has to um like it makes it like really red. So then like we try putting like boots on him. There's like those boots. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but there's these boots that are like basically like they look like little balloons. They look like little rubber balloons, and you like put them on your dog's feet. And I see a lot of dogs with this in the winter. But like we put those on Luca, and the way he walks when he has them on is so weird. Like he normally walks like normally, you know, but then when he walks like with the boots on, he's just like I don't know how to describe it. I have a video. I'll have to post a video of it. But he walks like he's like, you know, like when the deer is first born and like they don't know how to walk. Like that's what he walks like. Then they salt the main roads here. All the side roads and pavement just get gravel on them. No, I think they only salt like paved roads. They don't salt like a trail or something like that. So sometimes we try to like stick to the back areas and like not go. But like eventually we had to go on the sidewalk because like to like leave the house like there's like a sidewalk. So that area is a bit tough for Luca. But it's not too bad. What's worse recently is that like these days, like, you know, bears are supposed to hibernate in the winter, but like recently the bears, they're not hibernating at all. Like it will be like literally like there was bear sightings like last week. Like I'm like they really should be sleeping, but I guess like there's too much human activity or whatever, and like they realize there's like still food around, so I guess they just stay awake. I'm not really sure what their reasoning is, but there's still a lot of bears recently, and maybe they're just like extra hungry. So it's not the best. It's not the best outcome, but it's not. They're not usually too much of a thing. I get more worried about coyotes for like 'cause like they kind of go after small dogs a lot. I'm always ready. I'm like scanning the environment. I'm like, if there's a coyote, I'm gonna punch it. Like I'm gonna grab my dog and protect him, and I'm gonna punch the coyote. Like I'm ready. Like I have been my whole life prepared to throw myself on Luca and get bit by a coyote. You know, like I'm ready. Like it would suck, but I'm ready. I think I'll survive a coyote attack, but I don't know about Luca. You know. And welcome in, Kite. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Having a pretty chill Saturday. And it's not too bad. Or no, sorry, Sunday. Sunday, not Saturday. I don't know what I'm saying. You have to look up as well to look out for birds of prey. I don't think we don't think we have birds big enough to get Luca. Like the biggest. Yeah, I don't think I don't think there are any birds that can get Luca. He's not that small. He's like 10 kilograms. So it'd have to be a pretty big. I don't know how strong birds are, but like I think it'd have to be a pretty big bird to pick him up. Catching up some on homework before a test. Oh no. I guess it's not winter break anymore. But good luck on your test. I hope it goes well. I think school starts next week. Or tomorrow. I guess school starts tomorrow for many people, right? Because it's like the week after New Year's. It's I guess tests would be starting. I think my brother's like still in his internship, but I think he's taking a couple courses, so he gets to enjoy that as well. I definitely don't miss that, but I do miss having winter break. But I guess I kind of was basically on winter break because like everyone on work was on holidays, but it was kind of nice like the day after New Year's at a meeting, and I was like, whoa, everyone's here in the meeting. Like I'm like, well, I haven't seen my coworkers in like a month. This is crazy. Like everyone's in the meeting. So it was yeah, I won't say like I was having fun, but like it was very nice. It was very nice. Because one of my coworkers was on paternity leave. What is it called? They're on like parental leave. So then like he was gone for like a long time. So it's yeah, it's good. It's good to see people and like have like, you know, any sort of activity. And welcome in, Angel. How are you? Giving J1 comrade hat. What? Thank you. Oh, the white hat that Chewan wears. That's a good hat. No, I think I know which one you're talking about. The fuzzy one that's like this, right? I don't know how that's related, cause it's just another fuzzy thing. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Angel sees someone with like fuzzy gloves. They're like, Chewan. It's a Chewan hat. I didn't know she owned all the white fuzzy fluffy things, you know? I have many things like that. I recently got earmuffs and I was like, man, earmuffs are really good. Like you don't realize, like, you know, when you're out and about, especially if your hair doesn't cover your ears get so cold. And then like I put on earmuffs and like it just makes a huge difference on like whether you're cold when it's windy out. Like it's just like I'm only covering one part of my body, but I guess the heat is all escaping through my ears. Like I don't know. I guess a hat is good too, but hats can be annoying as well. Speaking of K-pop, you're halfway through the first season of Squid Game. Oh, how are you enjoying it? I need to start season 2. You just wear your hat over your ears, but then like when you take off your hat, it's a bit annoying, right? Like I don't know what the advantage of earmuffs over hat is. I guess it's just like if you have a hat when you take it off, like your hair is all messy, you know? Or like maybe a hat is too stuffy. I don't know. I mean, and earmuffs can be stylish, you know. But then like I was in the UK for a while, right? And then like not for a while, but like I was there for like 2 weeks, right? And I noticed like earmuffs are very popular, but I only ever saw women wearing earmuffs. And then one day in London, I saw a man walk by rocking the earmuffs. I was like, bro, good for you, good for you. I think men should take this on, you know. Like it shouldn't. I don't see why earmuffs should be gendered. But I saw like dozens, maybe 100 girls wearing earmuffs. But I only saw one man. But he looked cool. He looked cool and he looked warm, you know? But I'm not a huge okay, I guess I'm not a huge fan of hats because I just don't know like I feel like it can be kind of annoying. But maybe I just have like a weird head shape. I'm always like a baseball cap enjoyer, but that's not very warm in the winter. So, but recently I haven't really been going outside enough to make use of my earmuffs post vacation, and it just doesn't feel cold enough. I think it's only really effective when it's windy. I feel like the earmuff temperature range is very specific because you warm your ears, but the heat still escapes through your scalp. Yeah, that's true as well. And then I found like if it was too warm, my ears got sweaty. And I'm like, I've never had sweaty ears before. Like even when it's like really hot out, or even like during like the heat waves and stuff like that, I was never like, wow, my ears are sweaty, you know, like. And then like I would take off my earmuffs and I'd be like, it was like sweaty behind my ears. I was like, what a weird place to be sweaty, you know. I think the earmuffs are just very specifically useful when it's windy. Because when it's windy, you know, sometimes like, your ears get freezing. And I feel like a lot of times my scalp is not that cold, you know? Like I feel like it's usually like maybe it's just because I have like hair. Like I guess whatever. I guess a lot of people have hair on top of their heads, but like maybe I just have like longer hair, so I guess it maybe protects more from the wind. But like I feel like it's just I feel like it's my ears, my nose, and my neck. It gets cold. So like if I have something like up by my neck, like like a scarf or like a collar like this, then it's quite warm. Yeah, hair. Yeah, I just had to clarify that I had hair in case people might have been confused, you know? We might have some audio only listeners. I should clarify that I have hair. Putting antiperspirant behind the ears is crazy. Oh yeah, I should have just done that. I should have just gotten some deodorant and put it behind my ears. That'd be crazy. But yeah, I never experienced ear sweat until I wore earmuffs. So if you want to experience that, try it out. um, I feel like when I'm like I've only experienced being like extremely sweaty during when I was traveling in Europe last year when it was really hot. That was pretty much the only time where I was just like really, really sweaty. And like when you're that sweaty, like you just experience places on your body that you didn't think could sweat. You know, like I'm not generally that sweaty of a person. You know, like if I'm like working out or something, I'll sweat in like the normal spots. Like I'll sweat like under my like in my armpits. Like that's normal. I feel like it's the first place most of us will sweat. And like your back, right? Like that's pretty normal. But it takes a lot for like my face to sweat. Like my face is not sweat. I have a very dry face. It does not sweat. And it takes a lot for like the front of my body to sweat, you know? Like I guess I will get sweaty like if I'm wearing like a tight like sports bra or like bra or whatever. Like I guess it might be sweaty like under the fabric, but like I think like when it was so sweaty, I could feel sweat like dripping down my chest. And I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible. I should not be sweating here. But I don't think I've ever sweated like on my arm, like not like my armpit, but like the forearm or like this part of my arm, you know? Like I don't know if that part sweats. You're extremely sweaty today because you worked out. I honestly like maybe I guess I don't do enough like cardio and stuff, but like I guess I do get quite sweaty if I'm like dancing, if I'm doing like cardio. But if I do like just strength workouts, then I'm usually not, I wouldn't get sweaty all the way to my face, you know? And welcome in, is that? Yeah, our fellow tarnished. Are you gonna play Elden Ring again today? You sweat everywhere. You're equal opportunity sweater. Do you sweat? Do you sweat on your forearms? I just can't imagine that part of my body sweating. Business suit levitating. Wait, what? Business suit? Why? What is that? Why is he levitating? Why is he a businessman and why is he levitating? You're gonna play again today? Okay. I'll be ready. I'm ready. Istat is currently progress report for people who get progress report. Istat reached Margit, and on this actually fun statistical analysis, third try, he reached second phase on the third try, which is very good. And then he was like, I don't know what level he is. He's probably like level like 12. Like it's a very low level. And it took him 82 tries to beat Mark. It was like something like 82, right? But he was very underleveled. So honestly pretty good. And his dodges, very clean. Mainly when doing cardio, Stairmaster will do that to me. Okay, understandable. Cardio just heats me. I think it's normal. I just don't do a lot of cardio. So maybe me saying I don't sweat just exposes the fact that I'm not doing a lot of cardio. But maybe, you know, eventually I can be a gym person, I promise. But like I said, I do want a personal trainer, you know? Where do you find one? Do you go to the gym? Do you get the ones at the gym? Because the ones at the gym seem kind of sus, right? Like, are they qualified? Like, do they just work there? Like, but then like if it's like someone independent, like where do you go? Like, do you go to their house? I don't really want to go to their house, but like I'm not allowed to bring personal trainers to my condo gym. Emojis are so weird. There's like a million of them, and then there's some generic ones that don't exist. Yeah, I think the ones on Twitch are like really specific. You're forced to use chocolate milk for your cereal? Is that a bad thing? That seems good. When I learned about bleed, that's when it started to change. That's true. I was watching and I was like, oh my god, he's been fighting Margit for like a lot. Like it was like 50 at least attempts in, right? And he hadn't bleeded Margit once. And I was like, you know, like the Uchi has like pretty fast bleed buildup. But I think he was just very cautious. The problem with Elden Ring is that like I also have the same problem. I'll dodge like a million times and then like attack once. Cause I don't want to take openings that I don't think are safe, you know? But the problem is Elden Ring is that like the bosses are such cheaters. So like if you do the strategy where like some people will like want to like just dodge everything at the start and not attack just to see like what the attacks are on the bosses and like see like okay like just like kind of like analyze it from a distance or like just not attacking from a non-aggressive stance. But the problem with that is in Elden Ring is that some bosses will do they'll have an attack string, right? They'll be like, okay, like I'm gonna like the boss swings like this and this and then they do the 3-hit combo. But if you do an action, like if you attack them or if you like heal or whatever, like if you do something, they will do a follow-up. Like they'll have optional follow-ups to their combo. So then like if you so Marka has it specifically as well. So like if you dodge his attacks, he will stop. But then if you attack him, he will do more, which I think is kind of rude. Like I feel like you should be able to like dodge it and then analyze it and then like not like and then like know that that's the safe window, you know? The worst is when you ski in cold weather and your sweat freezes immediately. Wait, why is your sweat exposed? I've never had that actually. Cause like usually I'm like, but I guess you're like cross country skiing, right? So you're wearing like less clothing. Cause I've always skied in like full like ski jacket, ski pants. So like my sweat is not exposed. And like I was a kid, I was wearing like a helmet. Icicles go off your face, going 200 miles per hour down a mountain. Angel is a scary way to ski. I'm gonna stay away from Angel on the mountain. You can find independent personal trainers in the gym. Huh. And they're just allowed to work there. And you could just request to work out at that gym exclusively. I guess yeah, then I need a specific gym. I need to get a gym membership at that gym. Which is fine, I guess. Chocolate milk and Special K don't go together, but it goes well with the honey nuts. Yeah, I guess Special K I know, but like if you have like the strawberry one, like the strawberry Special K, I feel like chocolate milk could go because like strawberries and chocolate is quite nice. You don't do the fun downhill skiing. You do the strenuous. Yeah, Zirconia likes the strenuous sideways skiing. It's true. Some personal trainers in the gym aren't licensed. I used to be a licensed personal trainer because I wanted the knowledge and understanding. When I talked to one of the trainers in the gym and asked him where he got certified, he had no answers. Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. Like if you just pick a random person who says they're the personal trainer, because like I feel like anyone could just say they're a personal trainer, but they're not qualified, right? Like I want them to know that I want to know that they have some sort of knowledge and like you know, like not like kinesiology, but like, you know, stuff like that where it's like I'm not going to be like injured, you know? So they punish you for realizing a weakness moment. Yeah, exactly. I think it's really I'm not a fan of that. I don't think they should change their combo based on what you're doing. But like I don't know. You're a psycho, you eat plain Special K. What is plain Special K? I don't think I've ever seen that. But what am I trying to say about? I had something about Elden Ring. Can't remember. Oh yeah, they also like do certain attacks when you're healing. And technically it's okay. Well, some people There's Elden Ring fans that are like, there's no input reading in Elden Ring. Technically, they read the first frame of your animation. I'm like, that's the same thing. Like to like a human, I'm sorry, that is the same thing. Like if you're reading frame 1 of my input, of my heal input, that is basically the same as reading my button press, you know? Like I cannot differentiate between one frame. I think it's a bit silly. Honestly, like one of these days I'll do a full breakdown of every maybe once the stat finishes the game, I'll do a breakdown of every single Elden Ring boss and I'll tell you what I don't like about them. Because there's some like there's the boss coming up next, which I will not spoil. They have an attack that someone timed the frames on it and it's too fast for like a normal reaction time. Like even like a pretty averagely fast reaction time, it comes out too fast to actually respond to it in time. So I think that should not be allowed. I think you should like, cause like otherwise, like for example, like Margit has those like gold attacks that are quite fast. And I can never like, it's very hard to dodge those in time. So like the solution is like just don't be close to him, but I'm like, that's a stupid solution. Like I feel like that should not be like the reason. Like it should just, the solution shouldn't just be like, oh, like just get away from him immediately, you know? Because an attack will come out that you cannot react to. Spoilers. I've given everything away. But yeah, it's not a. I think I told you guys this, but I've been continuing the DLC and I just beat Romina. I think I said this yesterday. I remember screwing up the name and not knowing how to pronounce it. I specifically remember this. And I've been sticking with this one weapon the whole time. I have a weapon that's like, you guys know like Darth Maul? It's like a twin, it's called a twin blade, I believe. Where it's like you hold the middle and there's like sword on either end. But it's kind of getting on my nerves now, like especially in the DLC, there's a lot of bosses that are like quite fast. They're just like dashing around everywhere, you know? So like it's a bit annoying. And like when there's like small enemies, like human size enemies or slightly bigger than human size, it has like a big like fancy weapon art. And like but then like if the enemy is too small, you'll like go past them. You'll end up going past them and then like you'll miss half the attack. So it's like it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying of a skill on the weapon. When you're up against smaller, if there's like a huge enemy, then like you'll just stop against it, and it's like a wall, you know. It's like you'll just keep hitting the entire attack. But if it's a too small of an enemy, it doesn't work. And also the weapon, because it's like a twin blade, it has a like basically like half the range of like a normal sword, so it's a bit annoying because I'm always missing stuff. Me just the number one Darth Maul fan. I mean, Darth Maul has the coolest lightsaber. I stand by that, you know? And welcome in, Jeno. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know how to verify the personal trainers. I guess if I just ask if they have some sort of certification and they have some sort of answer, I guess that's fine. What if I go to the personal trainer and they're like, I'm like, oh, what are you certifying? They're like, yeah, I took the Logan Paul fitness course. I feel like you could like maybe there's online courses like that, you know? Maybe not Logan Paul, but you know, maybe they'll have some sort of. I'm sure like anyone could just take a online course and be like, yes, I'm certified. Who knows? Maybe it's just like word of mouth. Word of mouth could be better. And Bear, thanks for the 100 stream streak. That is crazy. You hit the 100. 3 digits. They should have a special like badge for that or something. Yeah, eventually I will conquer the gym, you know? But I keep getting ads for this like it's probably like garbage because it's like an Instagram ad. But like I keep getting this Instagram ad like constantly for this like Pilates board. It's like kind of acts as like a Pilates reformer, but it's just like a board that you like put on the ground and then you can like it has like springs on it and you can like push like it has like stuff it moves back and forth on it and there's like a spring. But like I'm like surely that's bad. Like but it looks really good. But I'm like, surely it's just like some Temu garbage, you know? Like a Wii balance board? No, it's like there's a machine in Pilates. It's like the reformer, and like it basically like you could put you put your body on it, and then like you put your feet on like the bar, and then you can use it for like arm workouts. You can use it for leg workouts, and it just has like a carriage that's like on like a track, but like you can attach a spring to it, so there's resistance. You can use it for a lot of workouts, but like they have one that's like it's like a board on the ground, and then there's like 2 things on it that are on a track that are also attached to a spring. And then you can like also connect them together so they move together. So I'm like, it seems like kind of like a similar, like obviously not like a full like apparatus, but like it seems to be able to replicate a lot of workouts that you would do in Pilates. But maybe it just break. But like any like at home like Pilates Pilates equipment is very expensive because everyone I was trying to Google about this Pilates board to see like if any Pilates people are like, oh, it's actually good. But then like some people are like, oh no, you should get like the mini Pilates at home machine. I can't remember what it's called. But then I looked it up and it was like $2,000. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna keep doing my bicycle crunches. I'll just keep doing that. It's okay. And welcome in, Demon. Hope you're doing well. If it was that good, they probably wouldn't advertise on Instagram. Yeah. And then like once I looked at one of them, like I didn't click through the ad, but I like looked at the comments. Now I scroll through Instagram and every other post is an ad for that thing. And it's like a bunch of different companies advertising it, so it must be a scam. You're doing good. I'm doing good too, Demon. You think you started in early 2024? Has it been that long? That's crazy. I feel like time really flies. Okay, okay. じゃあ、ディームのために日本語喋ります。でもいつも日本語喋るときは、昨日実家に帰ってたけど、最近は日本に最近行ったのに、最近家で英語喋るようになって、本当は日本語練習しないといけないんだけど、いつも考えなくて英語を喋っちゃうからなんか本当に分からなくなったけど、頑張って日本語の練習をしないといけない。でも今日時間あるから漢字の勉強とかしたらいいと思うかな漢字の勉強してピラティスしてすごく元気ななんていうの年末過ごしたらいいと思うokay, I'm done. Twitch tweeted about it and like you mean like when the streak feature was implemented. So technically you could have had a longer streak, but they just didn't have the feature. All K-pop idols are excellent at live singing. Ironic you say that while Le Seraphim is playing. You lock in whenever people talk about health and fitness. Oh no, honestly, Kai, you're among friends here. We love talking about fitness here. Even though I haven't yet joined the gym rat club, and I haven't had a Pilates session since before I left on my vacation. So it's been a while. Cause like right after Christmas it was canceled, and then last week or this weekend it was canceled as well. So it's been a while. It's gonna be pain. It's gonna be just forever pain when I go back next week. Welcome in, Rain Check. Hope you're doing well today. I heard something about nematode worms. What is that? Nematode? It's just a special kind of worm. You're saving for 200k? I need to update my cosplay list because I also have I did a new cosplay recently. Is it Farina? Oh no, it's already on there. What was my last cosplay? Oh, what's her name? Tifa. I almost said Taifa. I don't think it's her. I'll update it. I wish it was cold so you can go running. I don't think I'll ever join the running club. I'll join the gym rat club. I'm down. I'm down to join the gym rat club, but I will not. I will not join the running club. Invisible number 6 Diva. Is there only 5? What do I even have on there? Number 5. Oh, you're right. There's no number 6. Okay, let me add her on the 6th spot. No, I'll move everything down. I probably removed one of the cosplays. Oh, I put 7 back in. I apparently cannot count. 7, 8. Okay, now I have 9 cosplays. 9, Tifa. Oh my god, I'm running out of text. There's only 200. Limit 200. I'll remove like. Okay, I'm just gonna remove Pokemon from Nimona, and you just have to know. Like, if you don't know that Nimona's from Pokemon, you're probably not gonna choose her, right? That's probably fine. Okay, that's fine. I fixed it. I fixed the numbering. Okay, I can now count. I'm getting a good use out of my math major. Okay. Who is Farina? She is a Genshin character. The Genshin girl didn't respond to me. What did you say? Did you say what you? I think you had like a typo. I didn't really understand what you meant. You're running long distances. You're gonna sign up for half and full marathons. Jeez, I I can't even imagine doing that. So GG's to you. Good luck. I believe in you. Yeah, I just like for some, I just have never. Firstly, because like running, it's like you have to do outside, you know, like oh, I don't like that. And then I'm always hurting my knees. Like I feel like my knees always hurt every time I run. Only 194K till Hu Tao cosplay. Almost there, almost there. Yesterday she rolled for Mavika and her thoughts on the Sit Lolly outfit. Maybe she doesn't want to. Maybe she doesn't want to date another Genshin player. Maybe that's why. She's like, there's only room for one Genshin player in this relationship, you know? Maybe that's what it is. She doesn't want to, you know, she's very mindful about finances. She doesn't want two, you can't have two gacha players or one relationship because, you know, you guys will both spend too much money. Yeah. You can't do that. Two red flag gamers. Are you including Genshin in the red flag gamer? Honestly, yeah. I would include Genshin in the red flag games. Because if I met someone, they're like, actually, it depends. It depends. You don't even Genshin. Maybe you should have said you should have been like, oh, I don't play Genshin, but I've watched them Genshin streams. Like, and you should have expressed interest in learning about Genshin, and then maybe she would have been like, oh, I can introduce this person to Genshin. You know? And welcome in Rasta. Hope you're doing well. And maybe you just need to find another red flag gamer. I'm sure you could find a League of Legends player. If you're a League of Legends player, did we even include League of Legends on the red flag games list? I don't think we did. I think because I feel like the red flag games was like you know, like kind of like Gamergate kind of games. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like I feel like it was like 2010 Xbox guy. You know that like it was like that kind of vibe. So it was like a very specific type of red flag. You know, because like I feel like Genshin is a bit of a red flag, but it's in a different way, and like League is a bit of a red flag, but in a different way. You're Genshiner by association. That's true. That's true. Thing is, the Genshin is not a red flag if you go free to play. That's true. That's true. It depends how dedicated you are to free to play, though. Like, what if you're the free to play player who does the artifact farming route to like farm all the 3-star, 1-star artifacts on for XP? Like, if you like some free to play people, they have like a 2-hour every day free to play grinding routine. And if you have that, then that's a red flag. You know, I'd rather you just spend like the $5 a month on Welkin. I think that would be better. Itzy, of course, of course. Tagged you in the red flag games on Discord. Yeah, I kind of remember them though. I think they were very like I think games that you would associate with like a Gamergate kind of that kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it depends. I think too much dedication to any game is a red flag. You know? Or like making a game too making anything really is like too much of your identity, I guess. Or like too much dedication to one game. Cuz like yeah, I do play Genshin quite a bit, but like if Genshin were to shut down, then like I wouldn't be like my life wouldn't be over, you know? um you're free to play Genshin until I saw Ganyu and then until Hu Tao. I mean fair enough, fair enough. You just gotta save up. You just gotta save up. I'm not free to play, so I can't really judge anyone on that front. I don't think it's like I don't think it's bad to spend money on games, but like I think as long as you exercise restraint and you spend within your means, you know, and you're not spending because you can't stop spending, you know, like you're spending because you want to and like you were able to, and not because you have a crippling gambling addiction. Do you have any goals for 2025? Not really, not really. I'm not a I don't know, I'm not a very like sentimental person, so like I'm not like New Year's doesn't hold like significant moment for me. You know, like if I was gonna make a goal, I feel like I could just make any time. And I have made goals at different times. You know, I feel like I don't, but I do like a good New Year's cleaning. I think a New Year's cleaning is good. The worst couple I can imagine is a bot laner and a support who always play together. But I feel like that would be the most common league couple. No, because like that's the only lane you could play together. Um, I think that'd be quite common. But honestly, it's not that bad because like if you can play with someone who you're like communicating with, that's probably it's probably good to have a duo partner in that sense, because like as someone who plays ADC, like the most annoying part about playing ADC is that like you're getting like some random support and like they could be really awful. It's too late now. You'll make gold in 2026. Understandable. It's already the 5th, you know, like better luck next year. Does anyone else have any goals though? It's better than playing Valorant together as a couple. Yeah, that seems worse. I was watching. Okay, sorry, I wasn't watching. I was reading about like we were talking yesterday about like game design and like struggles for like people who are new to gaming, or like the kind of like knowledge that you have like either growing up gaming or like being very familiar with games, that like if you just like gave like I don't know, maybe you guys as parents are like gamers, but like if you gave like your mom a game controller and told her like, hey, you could play like Breath of the Wild, like she would struggle with things that you wouldn't even think that someone would struggle with, you know? And I was like I was like, and then I was reading about like, oh, like what games do people recommend if you're introducing someone to video games and they haven't really played any video games before, like what would you guys say? Because like for me, I think Stardew Valley is a big one. I think that'd be great. Nintendo games in general would be pretty great. Like maybe like Mario Odyssey, I think is pretty forgiving. Like there's not too much like places to fall off and stuff. You know, it's not like well, I don't really think that like 3D games with like dual camera controls is a thing, is too approachable. I think like Odyssey would be fine, or like a story game, like a game where it doesn't require too much, like Life is Strange. Yeah, Animal Crossing. I was trying to think of the Nintendo game I was thinking about. Then Animal Crossing was my original one. Yeah, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, or like a story game, like with pertaining to their interests. So like Life is Strange, if they would be into that, or like I don't know, Telltale game or something. Could introduce them into Cuphead, such a cozy game. I mean, I do love Cuphead. I did play Cuphead as somewhat of a new gamer. Cuphead was actually my first platformer. But then I ended up giving up on the running gun levels because I thought the running gun levels were a bit hard. Cuphead is actually not bad. As someone like I started gaming with like Undertale, so it had like bullet hell. I really liked bullet hell, especially because it was in like a 2D space. 2D is definitely a lot more approachable, but it depends on the type of person they are. If they're gonna get easily frustrated by Cuphead, then maybe not. Elden Ring, of course. Just send them straight into Silent Hill 2. Is that hard? I feel like a horror game wouldn't be the worst option. Like if they're into horror. Someone was saying, no, this is a horror game, but apparently Luigi's Mansion apparently Luigi's Mansion, like you could play as a character who won't die, and apparently that can be really good. Like some people really like that. And welcome in Alex. Mario teaches typing. I mean, yeah, they could have a great fun learning how to type. Your parents are far from knowing how to handle a PC properly, but your mom was a pro shooting color balls from a frog's. Sorry, what? Hold on. What is happening? Oh, thank you, Stud. Well, we just enabled or is that just enabled the join thing? Yeah, it's all good. They have like a whatever's Discord equivalent of like a shield mode is. Wait, sorry. See, color balls from a frog's mouth. What game is that referring to? But yeah, thanks for warning us, everyone. It's all under control. Yeah, is that just pause the invite? Yeah, it's all good, Alex. If you can hear me. I didn't do anything. I will not take credit for that. But yeah, as long as it's yeah, you can hear me. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like Discord has like raid join protection or something like that. But like apparently does not work. Minor panic at these areas gave for a minute. Completely forgot to ban people. Normally you love banning people. Come on. You almost lost your chance. Like you lost your chance to just mass ban people. You know. But I think they have some sort of shield mode. Apparently, I didn't even know how to. Apparently, it's a beta feature. I did not know about this. I should probably learn, huh? Where even is that setting? I was looking for the one for the pen, but I think it's just right click. Where's even the safety mode? Okay, I'll find it later. That'd probably be good to know. That's definitely interesting. I didn't see the pictures. So you guys can enjoy that. I don't know what that was, but the server list in the bottom in red. Oh, security. Oh, yeah. I did security actions. I see. Okay, I guess that's new. It was cursed and not safe for work. Yeah, and Discord is also supposed to flag the photos, but I guess their photos flagging is not good. Weird. A lot of people set up in Discord you have to react to initial message rules before you get access to the rest of the Discord. Yeah, well, I used to have that. But Discord has it built in now. Pretty much. Like you have to accept the rules in the pop-up, but maybe the bots can do that now because it's like a native Discord feature. Yeah, the Me6 bot, some other commands come in handy. I don't think I have Me6 anymore, but we have some other bots. I feel like Discord has a lot of these things like built in. But I'll have to go into the settings and see if there's more stringent rules we can put in place. Because apparently the built-in Discord ones are not good. I'm sorry if anyone saw anything really disturbing. I'm glad I did not open that till later. Because Alex just told me. Yeah. Hopefully not many people had to see that. I think that might have been the craziest Discord moment we had. And yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot of these Discord settings turned on. There's like raid protection. All these settings are on. It says like there's a setting that was like CAPTCHA, like it's like a CAPTCHA for accounts before they join. But I guess maybe if they're like humans, if they're actually humans, then it wouldn't work. And I have literally, I have like the verification on. I have the accept rules. I have no idea. That's so weird. Blissfully ignorant. If you had to see that, seek counseling. Yeah. Please do. Please do. Just cleanse your eyes. Just pour something on your eyes to cleanse them. I was having lunch that wasn't great. I'm sorry, Ricky. I'm sorry. I didn't know that should be possible. Yeah, I literally have like yeah, I have literally the explicit image filter like set to the max. Like it's like filtered from everyone. But apparently that does not work. So we will have to, I might just have to like do some extra things on the bots or something like that. You want to watch a clip? Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'll have to go through the settings and see what works. Maybe it's just because it was like a group of real people or something. But it doesn't have like a problem with bots or whatever. We must up the security. We must. Hopefully you didn't clip these ones. Let's see. If it ever loads. Wait, now they tell me who I'm fighting. Who do I use against a rock type? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not a real clip. Hold on. They count they're a few years old. Yeah, it must just be real people. Because it wasn't like hundreds. Like it was just like a group. You gotta save for the other thing. No. Let's get a real one. How am I? I'm pretty good. How are you? I'm talking to you, Miju. Ring Fit. Wow. Welcome in, PK. Man, Ring Fit. The one time I played Ring Fit. Hot take. Well, it's probably easy to follow for sure. Go. Watch me run. Set me free. Okay. Yeah, I'm not running. You for Christmas last year? Oh, do you like it? Come on. I think it's just an intro cutscene. Oh, have you been playing it a lot? I don't think I'm gonna run. You guys can see how much pain I am in about running. The whole world. If there was running. Food right now, so you're not hungry. You should go do that, and then we can eat. Why is the camera so far on the side? I definitely completely changed. But I'm gonna be done in about like 10 minutes. Before, I think I just didn't have a. I would give you some if I could, but I cannot. Okay, so the only solution here is just to watch me. Hold on. This is taking forever to find a good clip. I wish I could get rid of all the bad ones. What are you saying? Liar. There's no spiders on my wall. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I saw a jump scare. I got a new profile picture. Look. Isn't it cute? Okay. You know they have is that surely enough clips? It's an old clip. There's so many clips. Oh. Pokemon Let's Go. Come on. Pokemon Let's Go. I swear the motion the motion controls don't work. Come on, Krabby. We're in the same place. Oh my god. The stupid Krabby. I didn't even want a Krabby. Okay. Oh my. It's broken, guys. Frustrating, for real broken. Where is it aiming? I kept throwing in the middle, but when it went to the middle, I threw it on the side. Wait. The first that was so unexpected. Oh. I'm sorry, you throw so far to the left, and then when it's actually on the left, you throw to the right? Are you serious? Go! Oh my god, what the heck is happening? Oh, this is painful. Okay, we'll watch a jump scare. Evil in the song. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm never scared. Come on, look at that. What's my heart rate? 84? Come on, not even scared. If you can play guitar and sing at the same time, which I think you said you could, were you instantly able to, or how did you practice? It is just I'm still like not great at it. I think it's just like I think it's just like yeah, just practicing with the specific song. Like I feel like it gets easier over time for sure, but it's more just familiarity with the song. And like for me, I just usually try and play the guitar in a way that I'm able to sing along to. Cause like sometimes like if the guitar has like a complicated rhythm or something like that, and the rhythm kind of if the rhythm kind of like kind of what am I trying to say? Like if the rhythm is not congruent to the rhythm that I'm singing in, it's like it's really hard. It's really hard. So usually if it's causing me trouble, I just simplify it. My clips I put for your stream are better. I can't find them. I can't find them. That made you jump. Well, we should measure your heart rate instead then. But yeah, it's I something about the Pokemon, the Let's Go like motion controls was like not good. Like I don't know what it was, but like I think maybe it's like the angle you hold the Joy-Con. It just like I was not doing it correctly. And I think pretty sure like one of the gyms was like you had to catch like 100 Pokemon or something. So I was like I was not having a that's the only thing about that game because like there's like these weird restrictions at each gym. They're like, oh, you can't fight this gym until you have a Pokemon that's level whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. So then I did that, and then and then later it was like, you have to encounter 100 Pokemon. I was like, that's 3/4 of the Pokemon in the entire game. Like, is that what you want? You know? So then that kind of stuff was really annoying because it took me a while because I was just like, I'm not usually the type of person who wants to just like keep encountering Pokemon and keep catching them, you know? If I don't, like, I'm like, I don't want this Pokemon. Like, why? I only have room on my team for 6 of them, you know? I'm not going to catch, like, hundreds of them, you know? So, that's just been annoying. Yeah, it's definitely, also going back to other thing, it's definitely easier to sing without doing anything else at the same time. It's definitely way easier. Yeah, gotta catch, honestly, not even some of them, a few of them. Just like, they should change it. They should change. Honestly, or don't they stop? Like, don't they no longer say gotta catch them all? Like, I'm pretty sure they dropped that because they're like, yeah, we have like 1,000 Pokemon now. I don't think we should say we gotta catch them all. Like, I think we just, I think we just like, they kind of just gave up on that phrasing, no? I'm pretty sure they don't use it anymore, especially for their games. Cause like, catching them all in the games now is like, a lot. It's a lot of Pokemon. If they make a Let's Go Johto game, I'm definitely gonna play that. Cause like, although those gym restrictions are annoying, the game itself is quite fun. You gotta catch the ones I want. Exactly. Like, isn't it cruel to catch the wild Pokemon and you're just gonna like keep them trapped in the ball? Like, they could just be, and like I'm not even using them. It's like, you know, why trap animals that you don't need to be trapped? So really, I'm the one playing it right. I'm being merciful, you know? I catch my effect on the environment is minimal. I catch 6 Pokemon and I force them to fight. And then I force them to repeatedly faint over and over. And then but the rest of the Pokemon are free, you know? Let's Go Johto would be sick. It keeps you up at night just thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't keep me up at night. I can't relate to that part, but I'm very hesitant to buy new Pokemon games now. The only one I think I would buy is Let's Go. If there's another Let's Go game, or if they release if Gen 10 is like good, like if Gen 10 is good, like I'm not gonna like pre-order anything, but like if they release it and it's much better quality than Scarlet and Violet, then I will. But if it's the same quality as Scarlet and Violet, then I will not buy it. Eating well. It's really rainy over here. Wait, watch the football. That's nice. Sounds cozy. I catch hundreds of Pokemon and send the excess off to the professor so he can blend them into candy. Yeah, so really, I'm doing what's best for the wildlife, you know? Or maybe the Pokemon. Okay, I guess we don't know. Maybe there is a Pokemon like infestation. Maybe they're maybe they're an invasive species and we do have to get rid of some of them. I don't know. It seems like Game Freak may have slowed down, so maybe the backlash got through to them. I hope so. I really hope so. Because I really thought they wouldn't do anything. Because Scarlet and Violet was financially successful, right? So like, I'm like, maybe that's okay. I don't know, but I have no idea. They ground Pokemon into candy. Yeah, you know the XP candies in Pokemon Go. You send them off to the professor and he sends back candy so you can use to like level up your Pokemon or whatever. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a we'll see. Like, cause obviously they made a lot of money in Scarlet and Violet, but I guess they maybe ruined their image. But there's always people defending them. Like I feel like there's always people defending, like there's always people that will still defend Pokemon, and some people are like, oh, like we should be happy with what we get. I'm like, bro, like no, like there's always there's always Pokemon defenders and people defending Scarlet and Violet it's a bit crazy. All I know is when he sent Pokemon to the professor, you never get them back. Maybe it's because he released them back into the wild. Who knows? But you know, maybe keeping them trapped in the ball, is just cruel. They live on a farm. They live on the farm. I think Let's Go will be fun. And they're not releasing any Pokemon games this year, right? Or are they releasing Legends this year? Or maybe it's next year? Because I thought they were taking a year off. We can't go visit them, but they're definitely there, very healthy and happy, eating lots of candies, XP candies, having a great time. It's getting dark. We've gone on to I think we ended stream on a really dark subject last time. I can't even remember what it was. Were you always able to sing or did you hone it? I think Rebecca Black taught herself to sing, which gives me hope. Yeah, I was pretty bad when I was a kid. I was pretty bad when I was like, when I was like early teens, I would say. I was not the best. Probably around Rebecca Black's level. Maybe not completely tone deaf, but definitely not good. And yeah, I think it was just a lot of practice. And I did take singing lessons when I was in high school. But I think when I started singing lessons, I was already getting there. I think a lot of like if you're completely a beginner, I think just singing more is beneficial. But if you're doing something fundamentally wrong, it can be hard to pinpoint how to improve. So it may help. It may help to take some lessons. We ended one stream on cults. Yeah, it might have been cults or it might have been stalkers. Yeah, it was stalkers because we ended stream we all told each other to be careful of stalkers yesterday. Great topics. Rebecca Black. I don't think Rebecca Black was like a terrible singer at the time anyway. She was just quite young, like, but she wasn't like, and they just like auto-tuned the hell out of her voice. You didn't get Legends Arceus or Scarlet Violet, you're not giving Game Freak my money until they show signs of improvement or release Let's Go Johto. One or the other. What if they release Let's Go Johto and it's awful. Like, what if it's like buggier than Scarlet and Violet? Will you still buy it? Game Freak probably slowed down because waiting for Switch 2 on release is going to be a new gen with 4 versions. No, don't give them ideas. Pokemon Blue, Red, Blue, 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 Red, Red. Not the combinations. You have a Pokemon Go Stalker story? Really? I mean, you could share it if you feel comfortable. Yeah, maybe they're like, you know our problem. We're only releasing 2 versions of each game. We need 4. Then people will buy all 4. Like, let it. But then they have to design 2 more legendaries. But maybe they're like, they make 2 legendaries, but 2 colors of each one. But it's not shiny. It's not shiny. It's just it's just they're just different colors. Maybe they could do that instead. But yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are just waiting for Switch 2. Because surely the only problem they had with Scarlet Violet was that they just made a game that was too good for the hardware. What happens when they run out of colors? No. They don't always do colors. Because like the one before was Sword and Shield. They just have to find like 2 things that are like tangentially related. So they just have to say, they'll just start saying like random things. They'll be like Pokemon Wheel and Axle. Like, I don't know why that's what I first went to, but I think they just do that. I don't think they'll ever run out. Scarlet and Violet is close to Red and Blue. That's true. I don't know why they went with that. They had many other options. Each one a fighting EV type? You think they'll eventually fill out all the EV types? That's gonna be a lot though. That's a lot of EVs. Pokemon Fork and Spoon? That's cool. I think that's cool. I would and then the Pokemon, the legendaries are just forks and spoons. Some Pokemon are so funny. Okay, they're not gonna run out of ideas on the names of the Pokemon games, but they're absolutely running out of idea. They're absolutely running out of ideas for like Pokemon themselves. Like what designs to make for the Pokemon? Because like there's some that are like there's some Pokemon like there's like one recently like it's like a keychain. There was a keychain, and then eventually you're just gonna have you're literally gonna have a Pokemon. It's like a fork, you know. Like they are absolutely running out of ideas. Pokemon Let and Pokemon Cons. Is this like a what even language is that? Is this like a programming Pokemon thing? They don't know about that stuff. Keychain Pokemon, so they make keychains of a keychain? I guess so. Yeah. I'm sure they have a clef key keychain that you can buy. And they got most of them. They have 8 and they just need to get to 15. That's still like they're only halfway there. A little over halfway there. But yeah, it's a I mean, I'm sure people would still I'm sure people would love that. When's the last time they added an evolution? Like when was the most recent one? I'm actually totally down for Fork and Spoon. I don't know why I keep going back to this, but I think that'd be super fun. I would buy both. C# JavaScript. Oh, okay, that's why. It sounds vaguely familiar. I scratched my hand recently, and the scab won't go away. And there's a 3rd version that's a knife. Yes. I mean, yeah, they have done 3 versions before, so maybe they'll do 4. Maybe they will really go to 4. The most recent one is Sylveon. When was that though? Was that like in the last like 5 years, or was that like ages ago? Or Chopstick? Yeah, it would be kind of criminal to do cutlery from a Japanese game and not include chopsticks. Like that'd be crazy. That's like the main cutlery, you know? Maybe they'll do Pokemon left chopstick and Pokemon right chopstick. And then that's the 2 versions. That'd be crazy. Do they have a Pokemon that's sushi? They must have a Pokemon that's sushi, right? And welcome in, Chikano. We're just talking about we're just talking about Pokemon versions. Tatsugiri? Oh yeah, but that was really recent. That was last year. Or that was that was the most recent one, no? It took them that long to make a Pokemon that's sushi? I remember I started giving up on Pokemon when I saw the living trash bag. Trubbish. Trash and rubbish. What about Garbodor? Garbodor's fun. Honestly, yeah, but they're definitely running out of ideas. Like either their ideas are really stupid, but like, or they're just they're just like, you know what? They're just like walking through their life and they're like, well, look at this keyboard, look at this computer mouse. Let's make a Pokemon based on that. There probably is one based on a computer mouse. They probably just walk around and like, I'm like, yes, Pokemon fingernail. That will be the new one. I'll call it Naily. How are you doing, Chicano? How is the outside world? Pokemon Poke and Pokemon Mon. Yeah, when have they ever made that? That's the obvious one. Pokemon fingernail, Pokemon toenail. Honestly, what a amazing! I was actually one of the ideas I was about to say earlier, but I decided against it was Pokemon hands and Pokemon feet. Imagine being like, "Hey, did you get Pokemon feet?" Pokemon Mewtwo? I'd be down. I think they have to avoid doing Pokemon that fanfics and fake mon artists come up with. Do they? I feel like I wouldn't put it past them to just like steal ideas, you know? You've been grinding even more hermit the last 2 weeks, grinding P3. You beat it last night? How was it? Was it everything you remembered? Pokemon feet. I'm sorry, this is the most cursed idea I've come up with. I will hope they don't take that idea from me. Garbodor is an evolved form of Trubbish. It's just a bigger trash bag and it broke and the trash spilled out. Yeah, but you know, have you seen the Gigantamax Trubbish? Or the Gigantamax Garbodor? It's cool. Pogo is Pokemon. Feet. Pogo's Pokemon feet and Pokemon sleep is Pokemon hands. What? What do hands have to do with sleeping? I never beat P3 FEs back in the day, and it was so good. I'm glad. I'm pretty sure Chris has been playing it as well. I've seen it on like my Discord activities somewhere. We have Pokemon Go. Why don't we have Pokemon Stop? Yeah, that's true. We should have Pokemon Stop. I mean, I guess Pokemon Sleep is kind of the opposite of Pokemon Go, right? Even kind of got a little teary-eyed. Oh, that's been really good then. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, it's cool looking. Yeah, there's a lot of really lame Pokemon. Like I'm like, it's like at this point we're in Generation 9. Like, are we still making Pokemon that's just like an animal? Like, are we still doing that? Where it's like this Pokemon is literally just like I'm like, oh, this Pokemon is just like an ostrich. Are we still doing that? Like, come on, you gotta have better ideas. The game that incentivizes you not to walk instead of home all day. Yeah, that is Pokemon Sleep. That was crazy though. I almost put in 120 hours in less than 2 weeks. What the hell? That's like a 60-hour week, like work week. Like, yeah, that's a grind. Do you have a Pokemon based on me? I'm sure there is one already. If guys, can we have an answer to that? That's like a roast because I wanted to come up with one, but I couldn't think of one. I don't know enough Pokemon. I'm sure you guys have a good one. I was putting in crazy long sessions where your eyes were even bloodshot. Chicano! Oh my god. You should maybe stretch your legs a bit? Maybe go outside? If it exists, there's a Pokemon based on it? Probably. But yeah, it's a... We will, what was I gonna say? But there's like thousands now, right? So I guess, yeah, I guess they just run out of ideas, you know? I'd rather have like a Pokemon based off a mundane object than a Pokemon based off another animal, though. Because like at this point, I'm like, you kind of gone through the animals. It's kind of boring. You touch grass now though for a bit before you start metaphor. Okay, okay. You should definitely do that. Pokemon Skibidi and Pokemon Riz for Alex's generation. Can you imagine? Can you imagine watching the Pokemon Direct and hearing him say that? Like whoever announces it, hearing that guy say that? That would be crazy. That would be eye-opening. Pokemon dance and sing, and then there's like an idol. The the champion's like a idol. Honestly, that could be fun actually. And then there's like a mini game that's like a rhythm game. Honestly, I would love that. Where it's like the Champions League is like it's like a performance, you know, like it's like idols. The Pokemon based on Phantom tax? What? Is this a Gen Z thing? I have no idea. You're too old to fit into Generation's Skibidi? Is it not Gen Z or is it like even younger? All the potions are prime bottles. Oh no, I don't want to be the potion queen anymore if the potions are prime bottles. Also real quick in personal I said personal. You know the game Personal. It's only one letter off. You have a social link who's an online friend and her name is Maya. And you play video games together. Definitely fiction. Yeah, that doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like me. What games do you play with this Maya? You're too old for this. Honestly, I didn't even know the memes going around when I was younger. Vijay not knowing what fandom tax is made me realize how old she is. I literally like I think I just live under a rock though, because I don't even know stuff like I don't know old things either. Skibidi is more Gen Alpha. Yeah. I guess I've never heard you say Skibidi unironically. Pokemon Idol, you have to become the top idol. Yeah, I would love that game, honestly. That would be kind of fun. I think that'd be cute. Where it's like, you know, every generation the gym leaders are like a bit different. So maybe it could be like instead of like a football, like British football thing and like Sword and Shield, it could be like idols. Okay, okay. Take care, Kai. Thanks for hanging out. You know, under a rock, just old. No, that's true as well. That's true. You love substituting Skibidi and Sigma for swear words. Oh god. Phantom tax comes from a streamer named Phantom, where a friend steals a small portion of your food. Makes sense if you watch the clip. I've never heard of this streamer called Phantom. But to be fair, I'm both under a rock and old. And welcome in Ant-Man. Hope you're doing well. We don't have a region yet based on Korea. That's true. That's true. I don't know if they'll do that though. I guess they could, but they've only done like Western countries ever. They've never done another Asian country, right? There's no like region based off like China or Korea or India or anything like that. It's always like Spain, England. What are the other regions? Hawaii. You're doing well. You and your family just got Universal in Disneyland tickets today. I hope you have fun. That sounds like a great time. New York? They've done New York? I don't even know all the Pokemon regions, honestly. You know, I just feel like Japan, like they have. I feel like it should be the opposite way around, but really I feel like they don't like Korea very much, and they don't like China very much. You know? Oh yeah, France. There's France as well. Gen 5 was Tech USA, but more New York. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I I haven't played a lot of the older games. I'm not super sure. I just know there's like 3 regions based off Japan. We're going to Universal in June. It'll be our second time going. Can't wait to see Harry Potter World. And you want to get a wand? Enjoy. I recently saw Harry Potter for the first time, so I know what those are. Not that I didn't know what wands are before, but like I know about these things. You go to Olive End and you get a wand. Every Nintendo game is required to have an area themed around traditional Japanese culture. I think so. I mean, it's kind of nice that they include that though, because like it's like, oh, the game is from Japan, so like including their own culture, and that is good. But maybe sometimes it doesn't fit. I don't know. You're boomer. You like Kanto and Johto, and that's mostly it. I mean, I think I have my own nostalgia for my first Pokemon game. My first Pokemon game just happens to be very new. In October, it'll be your 9th or 10th time. Oh my god. Going to Disneyland for your birthday. You must really like Disneyland. What's your favorite ride? Mine is Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. Like for me, it's like Indiana Jones, everything else. Like you're gonna LARP now. I'm ready. I'm gonna get that $150 robe, and I'm gonna get that $50 wand. Like, I'm ready. Both being based in Japan, Kanto and Johto are very noticeably different regions with very different vibes and themes. Yeah, it's a kind of a weeb thing to say. Was my first video game? Well, I played some video games when I was a kid. Like, my brother had a DS, and I would play some games on the DS. And we had a Wii, but we only had Wii Sports. So like we had no games, or we had Just Dance as well. So I played that. We had a Xbox, and I would play like Xbox Connect Adventures or something like that. But the first game I like properly played on my own, like to completion, was Undertale. Because I don't know if you guys, maybe this is showing my age, but I used to watch the YouTubers Dan and Phil on YouTube. I think I've told this story before a bunch of times, but like they started a gaming channel. And then I was watching their gaming channel, having not really been like, I wasn't even a gamer at the time. I was just watching the gaming channel, and I didn't have any interest in gaming. And then they started playing Undertale, and then I was like really into it, and then they like didn't finish it for a whole year. They didn't finish it for a whole year. So eventually I was like, yeah, I kind of want to see how this game ends. So then I made a Steam account and I played it myself. That's how it all started. Man, Chicago. I was gone for 2 weeks and didn't you miss me? But so was I, to be fair. And Draconian still insulted me when I came back. You're terrible at role plays? What do you mean role plays? Oh, rock, paper, scissors. You're not role plays. How could you be terrible at rock, paper, scissors? I thought it was, my brain is in the gutter, I guess. You're a big Disney fan, you can name all 7 dwarves. That's actually hard, because some of them seem like they should be the same thing, you know? My favorite Disney rides are Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. Oh, Pirates is really fun. I'm sure you'll have a great time this time again. I've never been to the Wizarding World, because I only went to Universal once, the one in Osaka. I went to once when I was young, and they hadn't built the Harry Potter world yet. Also, I was also too young to enjoy any of the rides. I think I just cried on every single ride, because I was like 10. Is there Stinky Dwarf? I think she's on my screen right now. Yeah, that's me. I was about to try and name all the dwarves, and I immediately said Snoopy. See, they all like really made up names, right? Isn't there like Dozy or like Sleepy or like Snorri or like something like that? Like it's very hard to. The naming is not consistent. There's like Grumpy, probably Grumpy is one, right? Like Grumpy, Goofy. No, it's probably not Goofy. That would be an overlap. Doc. Oh yeah, there is one called Doc. You're right. See, the names aren't consistent. Like they're all based like some of them are like they're all like adjectives, but then like one is called doc. So like, is he a doctor? Is he? Is his name like doc? What is that? Is that a name? What would even be short for? What would doc even be short for? Dasher and Dancer, true. At least those are easy to remember, you know? Goofy, Snoopy, Floopy, Sleepy, Grumpy, Bumpy, and Dog. Sounds right. Sounds about right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Doc, Grumpy, Sneezy, Happy, Dopey, Bashful, and Sleepy. What? Oh, so Sleepy is one. Okay, okay. Then one is just happy? That guy's just chilling. I don't know which of any of those are real. Yeah, Doc is real. Bashful. That Bashful sounds like a reindeer. I feel like Bashful would fit in, you know? Like Dasher and Dancer and Basher. No, we believe you. We believe you. We're just saying like the names are very redundant, you know? Not redundant, but you know what I mean. Like they're just like there's no rhyme or reason. The reindeer, the seven dwarfs, you'll have to just decide for yourself. Imagine being named an emotion and then for your whole life you're only allowed to feel your assigned emotion. That's like the plot of Inside Out. And look how that worked out for them, you know? If you had to be like, I guess they're all kind of, but then like even then like, doesn't Joy eventually feel sad? Like she's like, I think she has a full thing of emotions. What's your first top 5 favorite Disney characters? Oh yeah, I meant to ask you, Angel, earlier. Are you planning on learning to sing? Is that why you're asking? You had a bunch of questions, so I'm like, is it your plan? Are you starting your singing journey? Top 5 favorite Disney characters. I like Meg. I like Meg a lot. I like Rapunzel. I like Elsa. I don't know. I don't usually go for like. I don't usually pick maybe Jasmine, Mulan, maybe those. I'm probably forgetting a bunch. Hades, I love Hades. There's like a lot of good ones. You never understood Inside Out. Joy cries and shouts at people. Like, why do we need the other emotions if she has all of them? I think it's kind of like a conundrum in making a film because, like, you can't have a character that's so static, right? She's like the main character. You can't have her only have one emotion. So eventually she has to feel the other ones. You personally prefer Irene, not that Joy. Your idol phase? Are you starting? You like to sing because you play guitar, but you're too embarrassed to sing. But it would be cool to learn. I think you just have to get a bit of practice in. I think if you're embarrassed to sing, you need to first, like, get past that, you know? But I think the more you sing and the more you just, like, sing regularly, you'll get a better feel for your voice and you will improve naturally. But it kind of depends, like, what you're struggling with as well, in my opinion. Because, like, sometimes if you have certain, like, if you have a fairly solid, like, since you play guitar, I would assume that you have a pretty good understanding of music, and you have a pretty good, like, pitch and musicality. So I think in those situations, it's if you just sing, then you'll be able to kind of naturally find what works for you. But if you're having certain problems that are really holding you back, then it's an issue. Or like if you have really bad pitch, like listening to pitch and stuff like that, that could be a problem. But if you play guitar, it shouldn't. Like if you can play guitar and you like if you strum a chord and you can hear that if it's wrong, then generally you should be okay. So I've asked you many questions. You love asking questions and you love Disney. That's okay. It's okay. Make a man out of you. True. What about what's his name? The guy, the hot guy from Mulan. That's a good guy too. You can name all the Disney characters. You know, there's a lot of them. That might be too many. you could just tell us your favorites. Then go practice speaking while playing because you hyper focus on the chords and flows. That's true. But I think it just requires practice, right? Like the more you practice a song, the more it will be like muscle memory and you'll have to focus less. Scrooge McDuck number 1? What kind of take is that? That's such a zirconian take, honestly. Yeah, you guys can think of your favorite Disney characters. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. You guys can discuss among yourselves. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. You'll say if someone's non-stop screaming at me, I'll probably eventually scream back. Maybe Joy by herself is all happiness, but the rest of the emotions have an impact on her. Honestly, some of the emotions in Inside Out are a bit annoying. Personally, I think some of them are like kind of the worst. I'm like, I would probably also want to, you know, close them in a box and tell them not to say anything. Wow, are you disappointed I'm back, Bear? Sorry for ruining your guys' Malomart party. Your top 10 is Alice Mad Hatter. I guess you like Alice in Wonderland. Captain Barbossa. Who's Captain Barbossa? I see Meg is number 7. Good Meg representation. For some reason, a lot of people have been saying like they're talking about the live action Hercules, and then people were saying like after Wicked, like Ariana Grande should be Meg, and I'm like, I don't see that. Like I'm like I love Ariana Grande. You guys know I'm a big fan, but like Meg, I don't know, cause like Meg has such a like a husky voice, right? Like Meg is very like she has a very low voice. Like she's very like I don't know. I feel like that's like a complete opposite of how Ariana Grande sounds. But like so many people are saying it, and I'm like, I just don't see it. Skeleton is such a cool surname. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. He's from the Halloween town or whatever it's called. Who's Captain Barbossa? You should watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Next franchise on your list. That's true. I have not seen Pirates of the Caribbean. I have been on the ride. But yeah, I don't know anyone except Jack Sparrow. Is that the main guy? Johnny Depp? You know the guy. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. It has not struck my interest. But I have seen many. Actually, I was having a Disney sing-along yesterday in the car. I was playing Reflection. Of course, you have to play Reflection. And what else? Part of Your World. It's a great one. And my top karaoke songs, Disney karaoke songs, Reflection, Part of Your World. What else did I had How Far I'll Go. I had a bunch of them. I've been having a lot of fun sing-alongs recently. But my favorite Disney song ever is I Won't Say I'm in Love. I'm a big fan of Meg. That's why I don't want to see her miscast. You know, if they're gonna do a live, I'm not super interested in the live action in the first place, but like I don't want to see her miscast if they're gonna make a live action one. Cause I do like listening to the song sometimes. Like as much as I didn't watch the live action Little Mermaid, I listened to like Halle Berry's Part of Your World, and I'm like, she kind of popped off. Like she was really good. So stuff like that. And then I found out Daveed Diggs was also in. I was like, what the hell am I listening to? Your top 2 Disney songs are Colors of the Wind and Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for me. Colors of the Wind is amazing. I love I love, what's her name? Judy Kuhn, something like that. Colors of the Wind is a great song. That's also a top karaoke song for sure. Like I'm a big fan of some of these Disney songs for karaoke, I think. 'Cause I like a good Disney princess song. I think they do a great job. I think we haven't had one in a while. Maybe like I guess Moana 2 would have had one, but I've not seen Moana 2. Gotta ask the grinning bobcat why he grins. Yeah, why is he grinning? How? We'll never know. You should at least try the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I'll get around to it one day. But she's smiling for son. What? Did I reference? You got all the Pirates of the Caribbean skins on Fortnite? Of course they have Pirates of the Caribbean skins on Fortnite. What don't they have on Fortnite? Well, I'm sure they have like every Disney character ever. Like you're like, hey, I got my Rapunzel hair move on Fortnite. I have no idea. Good flex. I mean, it's a pretty good flex. All of them? There must be a lot. I would say I don't know. I don't know what I'd put in my top Disney films these days. I think it depends on my mood. But I haven't watched like the recent Disney movies. Cuz there's just been like what are the recent ones? Moana 2. Moana 2. Wish? was it Wish? And then like Mufasa? Like I just don't think any of these appeal to me. So watch anime instead. That's okay. Oh no, you know what I've been watching recently? I've been watching The Good Place. I don't know if Alex is still here. I know Alex really loves The Good Place. But then I binged like season 1 and 2, but I'm like a bit into season 3, and I'm losing interest a bit in season 3. But maybe they just hit like a bit of a lull, you know, like maybe something's gonna happen. Cause like I'm like maybe it picks up again. Because everyone was saying the ending is really good. Like everyone's like the ending of The Good Place is like amazing. So I'm like, well, I guess I should reach the ending, but I've kind of hit a wall. In season 3. Don't mention Snow White. Oh no. Yeah, not the live action Snow White. It's a lightning rod for some strange comments. The Good Place is excellent. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I don't know. I just feel like I'm on the part in season 3 where they like go back to Earth, right? They're back on Earth, and then like that whole like Earth, like at the start I was kind of enjoying the Earth section, but then like as it went on, I was not enjoying the Earth section. Like I'm just not a fan of the stuff that I just feel like it's kind of dragging, you know, at this point. But season 1 really good. Season 2 has been really good as well. Was really good as well. And I do like the characters. I think they're sweet. Started watching WandaVision and the beginning caught you off guard. WandaVision is great too. I think WandaVision has a problem that's like the opposite problem. The ending is not the best. But once you watch WandaVision, you can watch Agatha All Along. And you guys know, I loved Agatha All Along so much. Agatha All Along was my favorite. Just power through season 3. I'm like halfway through already as well. I reached the part where they're like all Janets. And I think it's actually quite funny. It's actually quite funny. So maybe I that will give me the strength to power through. Cause like, I love Janet. And they're all Janet. So funny. How big of a Marvel fan are you? I was a pretty big Marvel fan, but I haven't been keeping up recently. But I loved Agatha all along. So if they release more like stuff in that part of the universe, then I'll definitely watch. Does Agatha have like 5 different names for the show? No, it was just part of the marketing. They like kept changing the name just for fun. But the official name of the show is Agatha All Along. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just heard many really good things about The Good Place. So I kind of just like powered through during like the part of the weeks on work where there wasn't too much to do, and like I was kind of chilling at home as well because like it was like kind of like the holidays, you know. So I kind of binged it. You seen every Marvel movie show except Agatha? What? You're missing the best one. Agatha's it's honestly was so refreshing. Like it was just a great show. Did you watch Wednesday? No. I have not. I didn't really have an interest in that. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I watched yeah, I was just binging The Good Place. I will eventually watch Squid Game. But I just have not gotten around to it. And then I asked my brother last night. I was like, "Did you watch Squid Game?" And he was like, "Yeah, I watched it." And I was like, "Did you like it?" And he was like, "No." And then he was like, "I watched it at 1.5 times speed." I was like, "What? That's crazy. That's crazy." And then he was like, "I didn't like season 1." I was like, "Why did you watch season 2 if you don't like season 1?" He was like, "Don't know. Nothing else to watch." I was like, "Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?" You watch Firefly for the nth time. I've heard Firefly is really, really good. But isn't that the show where like it didn't get another season and like they never finished it? Am I remembering that right? That's the first take of Bridget I disagree with. He has some strange takes. He has a very short attention span. I'm praying on Kimmy never finding out Robert Downey Jr. is back. Wait, why? That was like big news. How did she avoid that? Does she really like him or does she really hate him? Yeah, it's have not been following the MC stuff. She really likes him. But she's a recent fan. Okay. I see. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? He was great. It got canceled midway through the first season as 14 episodes in a film. That's tough then. Like, do you still recommend watching it? Knowing that it's this like knowing the state that it's left in? Because I've heard so many good things about it, but like it's not I heard like everyone's like, oh, but it's got canceled. You're watching Game of Thrones. Nice, nice. You're hoping for a surprise once he unmasks in the film. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, that would be really cool if she never found out. That would be a really cool moment. Like she would be the only one surprised in the theater. Like you go to the theater and like he unmasks and everyone's like, yeah, and she's like, what? What? How is that? Is that Tony Stark? That'd be so funny. Her reactions are top tier. If you watch it at home, you should film it. That'd be amazing. Your favorite Marvel characters are Ant-Man. No way. We could not have guessed that. And Loki. I loved Loki, actually, the show. I'm a big fan of Loki as well. You still love it? I mean, fair enough, fair enough. But I just feel like I'm just setting myself up for disappointment, no? If I watch. If I watch a show that I know is canceled before it's done. I have not seen Game of Thrones. How about them Switch 2 leaks? What have they been saying? I have not seen the Switch 2 leaks. Do they know like when what is the information? Because like if it's just like a hardware upgrade, I don't really care. Like if it's like Switch Pro, but if it's like something unique, then I would want to buy it. But like I don't really care about like the hardware. What Harry Potter house do you think you are in? I think I'd be a Ravenclaw. And I don't understand why Hermione is not a Ravenclaw. Like isn't she like the prime candidate? Don't get it. I guess, but I feel like the houses are kind of meaningless. And really, Gryffindor is the main character house, no? like, like that's the only reason. And then like the Slytherin house also doesn't make any sense. Because are they like, it's just a weird thing to have. And welcome in, Hero. Hope you're doing well today. Mid too. They showed the full Joy-Cons, which is apparently real, and possibly the console itself. So far, from what I've seen, it doesn't look much different than the OLED model. So it's just like better hardware inside. Why would they call it a Switch 2 and not like a Switch Pro? You're in Hufflepuff? Nice. Is that good? I guess all of them is fine. Because that wouldn't work for the story. Yeah, exactly. They're only in the same house because they have to be in the same like vicinity for the story, for the plot to progress. I'm a Slytherin? Okay, I'm okay with that. I can be with Snape, my boy. I'd be his favorite student. You're not sure? Yeah. If like, hopefully it is something more exciting than that. But if it comes with new games, then that's good. Like I don't really care about console. I just want more. I just want games, right? What's wrong with the snakes? Cause no, I'm just saying the Slytherin house doesn't make sense. Cause like, does everyone in the house turn evil? Like, do they decide that these kids are evil at 10 years old? Like, doesn't make any sense. But then like J.K. Rowling is like, oh no, they're not evil. Like they're just like cunning. And I'm like, but you said like you're just like there's no distinction in that situation. Like the only distinction is that they're evil. Like it doesn't make sense. And like so everyone in the house is like racist, right? Like they're like pure blood racist. So I'm like, why do you allow that? Like why do you have a neo-Nazi house in your like in your school? Doesn't make any sense. They should have a different like they should just stuck with like, hey, they shouldn't have gone the evil route. They should have just been like, hey, the people in these houses are very ambitious, they're very cunning, they're very I don't know, like snaky, you know? You're doing all right. Just looking a bit while cooking brunch. Enjoy your brunch. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? I like the one. Was it Prisoner of Azkaban? I like that one. Yeah, I mean, I would be excited for new Zelda or Mario. We've been waiting for Odyssey 2. It better be Odyssey 2. Slytherin isn't necessarily the evil house; it's more like the ambitious house. But everyone who's evil comes from that house. Why did they write it like that? And they all like and in the final movie they're all like support Voldemort, right? Like they're all the ones that are like turning against everyone, and then they lock them in the dungeon because everyone on that side are like, oh, like Voldemort's right. Like that doesn't make any sense. Do you think Voldemort was a good guy at first? No, I already knew he was a villain. Obviously knew that from living 25 years in the world. The actor who played the role of Snape is so good. I was like, yeah, he was definitely my favorite character and actor by far. Like just the performance itself, I'm a big fan. He just doesn't get why everyone hates Voldemort. Wait, he was a villain? No way. The series is a metaphor of World War II. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Max is making a Harry Potter series? Yes, I heard about that as well. Metaphor? No way. Is it a metaphor of re-fantasia? They just happen to be ambitiously evil. Sure. Your favorite is Order the Phoenix? That's a good one too. And welcome in, Reem. Hope you're doing well today. Your sister didn't know that and she's your age too? How does she avoid hearing any information about Harry Potter her whole life? I mean, like, how do you not know he's evil though? Like, look at him. Like, literally, look at him. From the moment, then isn't the first thing you see him killing Harry's parents? Isn't that the first thing in the whole film? Like, I think you would figure it out pretty quickly. Who's your top 5 favorite Harry Potter characters? Snape, Hermione, Luna, Lupin. Don't know. The rest are boring. Lucius. I like Lucius. Have you seen Alan Rickman's other films? Did you check out the old Robin Hood film from the early 90s with Kevin Costner playing lead? Rickman plays the sheriff of Nottingham to a T. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen his other films. When I see a picture of him not as Snape, he looks so different. I'm like, I did not recognize this man. You did good and you love Harry Potter. I think the first one will forever be a favorite one. I thought the first one was cute. Like, the first one makes no sense. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you think about the plot for a second, you're like, what? But it's cute. I'm a big fan of the earlier ones. Because I thought the earlier ones were very whimsical and fun, and I thought they were very cute. And I wasn't as much of a fan of the later films, as someone who watched them recently. It's wild because her college roommate for 5 years loves Harry Potter. That's crazy that she didn't find that out then. Because surely she's seen a picture of Voldemort, and you could see that he just looks like an evil guy, you know? Peter Pettigrew? He's your favorite? That's your favorite? No offense, but like, what? Your top 5 is Luna. Luna's great. Snape, Lupin, Sirius, Mad-Eye Moody. Honestly, good list. I'm not a fan of Mad-Eye Moody, but the rest, great. Mija, who's your top 5 favorite fictional Canadian prime ministers? Number 1, John A. Macdonald. I don't think he existed. It's a verse for me. He looks so different as Snape. You're used to seeing with the beard and mustache. Isn't he quite... Are you British? I guess not if you said it's past noon. But I guess you could have woken up at 7 p.m. But maybe I just not watching films in the 90s. You're Canadian? Okay. I just wasn't sure. He might be very famous in Britain. And welcome in, Sharma. Hope you're doing well today. Peter is in your top 5. You didn't have a 5th. I will not include Peter in my top 5. What a weirdo. Your top 2 characters I don't like was Umbridge and Ginny. Oh, I mean, you're not supposed to like Umbridge, but honestly, yeah, Ginny. Ginny is really boring. Like, that romance of Ginny and Harry was so terribly done. Like, Ginny was like a nothing character. They could have done so much more with her, but they really didn't do much. In Ontario, though, last night was a very late gaming session. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe Alan Rickman was just before my time. He's great in Die Hard. I watched that last year. Well, I don't think I finished it. What did you think of Lockhart from Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets? He's kind of annoying. You'll not take this Ginny slander? No, I'm sure she's great, but like, I think the writing did her dirty. You know what I mean? Like, at least in the movies. Like, I don't know what she's like in the book. Like, maybe she had more characterization in the books. But in the films, like, her character was very underutilized. I would have liked to see more of her and more, more characterization of her. Also, I think the actors had no chemistry. So, like, which is kind of hard to do anything about because, like, you know, they cast them when they were like 10. Cho Chang is also a great character in Harry Potter. Yeah, I love Cho Chang as well. Aside from, like, the name. We talked about the name before. We're like, what a crazy name. But other than that, he was awesome in Die Hard. Maybe I saw him already. Well, what was his character in Die Hard? Because I watched like half the movie. underutilized, who are the also gets sent to the Chamber of Secrets that Harry would save. Well, she was like unconscious. Like she wasn't exactly getting character development in that moment. She was just, I was out cold. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. He was the main villain. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I don't remember the movie very well. Okay, that makes sense. He had a big role. He's famous. I did not recognize him when watching Harry Potter, but I also did not put a lot of effort into watching Die Hard, and I did not finish it. But yeah, I thought he was a really good actor. Especially like a lot of the adult actors are quite good because like the kids are fine. The kids are fine. They get a lot better as it goes on, but and I think they're cute, but like definitely the adults were carrying carrying a lot of the scenes for sure. I think his performance was quite memorable. Ricky's always ready for the song. Of course, of course. Alan Rickman played a character in the live-action Alice in Wonderland. Who did he play? I think I've watched that film, but I watched it like a really long time ago. He just doesn't put a lot of effort into pop culture. Not really. Not really. I cannot be bothered. We're playing Monster Hunter this year. Are we still? I think, Skano, you missed it, but Istat has started playing Elden Ring. I think you should hop on this train as well because they're releasing a co-op game this year. Maybe you should try out the Elden Ring because I played like the good first chunk of Persona 5. So maybe you should try out Elden Ring. He also voiced a depressed robot in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Damn, Alan Rickman. What the range? Night Rain stream? Maybe. Maybe Istat will stream Night Rain with me. Monster Hunter and Rank League for me this year. Big year for her. I'm branching out into the new games. Did Elden Ring the day it came out? Did you? Made your character as ugly and pasty as possible? No, there's no way your character is uglier than Istat's character. Istat's character is like nightmare fuel. He made it like a grandma that was like completely pale face, and then he made the eyes look like they were bleeding. Like it's terrifying. And you played for like 5 to 10 hours, and you're like, you're not a weeb or a LARP. I mean, 5 to 10 hours is a pretty decent chunk, so honestly, if you didn't like after that, that's a good try. Alan Rickman played the caterpillar. Yeah, I don't think I remember this Alice in Wonderland very well. You won't give him with Monster Hunter, but you gotta give him with the Elden Ring. I guess he did. You always look like an albino clown. Well, I think Istat also went for the very like unnaturally white skin. But yeah, the bleeding eyes was very scary. Istat streaming Elden Ring. You need to see character. He's streaming again today, this evening. I don't know what time, but probably the evening. Just played Persona 5, but I can call Cap. I told you that I played it, and I got to the part where like Anne shows up in like a bikini, and I was like, bro, what is this? What am I playing? She watched a lot of Istat play Persona 5, though. She gets good. Yeah, I watched like quite a bit of it. I got a lot of the story down. So on Discord, let me know when Istat goes live. Just follow him. Did you know what Luna did after the big battery? Battery? Like the fight? In Persona 3, you get a doggo, so Persona 3 wins. Is a doggo like weird though? Because like technically, like Mona was a cat and he was weird. he kept hitting on Anne, and I'm like, bro, like she's a child, and you're like some immortal cat. The bikini is a metaphor for World War II. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. Like, I think Persona 5 had a fun story, but they definitely like it's a bit edgy. It's definitely a bit edgy, and especially like I wouldn't have minded as much if they like the first plot. So the plot of the first dungeon is like this teacher behaves inappropriately to his students, right? And it's like, and this girl like possibly jumps off the building or tries to, and I think she survives. But yeah, so he was like basically like the teacher was acting very inappropriately to the students, and that was like the whole plot, and they treated it quite seriously, right? It was like, oh, like that's bad, right? Like obviously that's bad. But then later in the story you could just date your teacher, and it's like, oh, that's okay, like that part's okay. And I'm like, bro, you can't have both, you know, like you can't have that story at the start and be able to date your teacher. Like just pick one, like you gotta pick one. um But the characters are likable, to be fair. Like, not that teacher, not the teachers, but like not any of the adult characters, but the kids are definitely likable, and they have a fun dynamic. Not only you can use him in the party, you can pet him. Okay, that's a bit convincing, to be fair. He's a real doggo. He doesn't talk? That's pretty good. He doesn't act creepily. Um, do you know what Luna did after the battle? I have no idea what she did after the battle. Um, to be fair, Persona 5 stories is your least favorite out of Persona 3 to 5. Fair enough, fair enough. What game is it? It's Persona 5. Tei Takami is very likable too. I don't know, man. Is that's the doctor, the grown doctor who dates a high school student. Bit weird. If they just honestly, the game would be like a lot better if they just removed those dating options. You know, like if they just didn't have those dating options, it would be like there would be a lot less issue with it, you know? Like it would remove that weird issue with like the first plot contradicting with you being able to date the teacher. And then like or just to like I guess you couldn't have the first plot if they weren't if they weren't students, but like they could at least be like college students or like graduate students, you know? Even better. It wouldn't really affect the plot if they weren't high school students. It's a bit odd. Yeah, so it's kind of like why include like it doesn't really add anything, you know? Like they're second years too, not even see. Yeah, exactly. They're like really young. It's just super weird. And like they don't really the only thing they really gain from them being that young is like I guess if people playing it are also that young and they're like also in high school and they relate, maybe that's their target demographic, but like I don't think it is. Like I really don't think they're like I'm sure a lot of people who play Persona are adults. And like even then, like I'm sure kids are fine playing as like a university student. Um it makes the story like way less weird if they're just a bit older. Hopefully Persona 6 is the actual thing. They changed the formula a bit. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe like like a different setting could be cool. Maybe it's because they've done the same kind of like they've done the same kind of like premise for like 5 games now, right? People want a girl protagonist or the option to choose. Yeah, having both would be great, and it wouldn't affect anything, right? Aside from like having possibly like same-sex romance options, but like that's fine. That's fine. What games have you been playing? I haven't been playing too much, but I've been playing. I've gone after watching Estat play some Elden Ring. I've been playing the Elden Ring DLC because I never finished it. So I'm hoping to. I don't know if I'll finish it because like the end boss is quite hard, and don't know if that's worth my time. But I might progress a bit. Persona 3 R is a bit progressive compared to the older titles, so they're moving in the right direction, which is good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I think always having a, because like the protagonist is silent. There's no reason for him to, like, there's no like need for him to be male, right? So like I having both options is, it's pretty normal for like, for a lot of JRPGs, right? So it wouldn't be like out of the question to include that. When I was playing, I kept thinking of your uncle at times. Like, damn, I'm actually playing High School Simulator right now. Actually, the one part I do like is like when you like can like go and like study for tests. Cause like if I was playing, if I got far enough in Persona, I would absolutely be like, guys, we gotta study today. I have a test coming up. I gotta study. I would like actually be doing that. But it's I do like the life sim part of it. If I cheated on most of my time, no. But some of the questions are really hard, honestly. Like I remember watching a stat play and they're like, they ask like legitimate like general knowledge questions or like history questions. I'm like, I do not know. Or they're like ask like a math question. I'm like, how did I ever know that? Like, you learned like, yeah, it's actually kind of educational. But like it's kind of weird that the game includes that. When we're spill the beans, where does spill the beans come from? One time someone kept a really dark secret and they just ate beans and then they threw up. They threw up because the secret was weighing on their conscience. It comes from Greece. When they used to vote, they would use different color beans. What does that have to do with secrets though? Because like now we would use like spill the beans, like hey, tell me, you know, like tell me what you're hiding, you know? And the beans spilt, you would see who they voted for. Oh, interesting. I've not played Marvel Rivals. I'm sorry. That's interesting. We'll sing. We're learning. Chikano came here to share some knowledge. To share some knowledge about where phrases come from. He needs to go to uni. Yeah, as long as you know where Spill the Beans come from, who needs university? Well, you only need uni until Persona 6 is set in university, and then you're like, oh, you gotta go. Sounds like we just should play the trivia game in Jackbox, maybe. That one was that one was a fun time. I'm really not good at trivia though. I feel like my general knowledge is really bad. Cause I feel like my brain just deletes any useless information. Like if I don't use that, then I'm just deleting it. I'd be sick if Persona 6 is in uni or even Japanese salary. No, salary man would be so depressing. What the hell? Let me see what he's been playing. Let's check on my uncle. Maybe your uncle will play, maybe. But I think he's been playing Final Fantasy. Let's see what he's been up to. I've not checked in on him in weeks. He was online 4 hours. Oh, I need to tell his stat this. Oh my, guess how many hours he has on Octopath? I gave him Octopath Traveler 2. Guess how many hours he has? What? It's been what? It's been a month, a little over like 6 weeks. And keep in mind, he has a full-time job. Welcome in, Kazuma. You guys are quite close. 275. 275 hours in Octopath Traveler 2 and 75 hours in Final Fantasy 7. Oh no, he has. Wait, sorry, that's Final Fantasy. I gave him Crisis Core and he hasn't played it yet. But I guess he's been busy with Octopath. I guess he'll play Crisis Core after because he hasn't even touched it. Oh my god, he's a crazy guy. Just work 60 hours a week and drink with their coworkers every night. The Salaryman edition would make people quit playing. Yeah, it would be so boring. Yeah, hope you're doing well today, Kazuma. Your uncle is hardcore. He is 275 in a month. Oh, he's such a gamer. He just works in Octopath. Really, he does. Cause like he's not a salary man really in Japan, but like he's like he works like normal like 40 45 hour work week, right? And then like he commutes like an hour each way to work. So like he's probably at work like 50 hours a week, and like 50 at least hours a week. And he had some like obligations for New Year's and stuff like that because he went to visit my cousin, like his daughter, for New Year's for like a few days, and he had to do some stuff with my aunt and with my grandma and grandpa. So like he still played 275 hours. Where does he get the time? I don't understand where he gets the time for this. He really told your aunt he's too busy gaming. I don't think she cares. She's like, my aunt is. This is how they live their life probably. They get home from work, and my aunt works like less hours. So like, I don't know why it's less hours. She literally works less hours. So like, she comes home, she does the chores, whatever, and then she just does her crocheting. She just crochets. So she's probably crocheted 275 hours as well, and he's been gaming 275 hours. So they just sit around probably. She crochets, he's gaming, and they just live life like that, which honestly, like, respectable. They somehow play times two as well. What's times two? You're debating whether I want to play Metaphor or Final Fantasy 16 next. Gonna get these done before Monster Hunter. Fair enough, fair enough. You work full time and crammed in 120 plus in 2 weeks. Yeah, I meant to ask you at the time as well. Like did you work? Like, did you work? Welcome in protagonist. He's just that big of a gamer, apparently. Okay, I guess we can narrow down the type of game he likes. So next time I give him a game, so like he really likes Fire Emblem, loves Fire Emblem. I need to get him 3 houses. I need to find it. He really liked Zelda. He liked Tears of the Kingdom. He liked Skyward Sword. He did not like Arceus because he only played 2 hours. But he likes Final Fantasy VII. He finished it. And he loves Octopath apparently. So, how long is Octopath, by the way? How is he getting this playtime? Is there like multiple endings? That reminds me of my friend who got sucked into Final Fantasy 14 for like 10 years. 10. Okay, I'm sorry. That's a long time. That's a long time. It's the second game. He did a playtime check and told me over the 10-year period he logged about 1,100 24-hour cycle days of playtime. That's like wasting your, no offense, but like when you do you think like on your deathbed you'll be like, wow, I lived this life and I spent 1,000 days of it playing Final Fantasy. Like, wouldn't you have like a crisis like on your deathbed? I mean, like, I wasted that time. Like, jeez. But maybe it's not a waste, I guess, if you're having fun. As long as it's not like as long as he was having fun that whole time and not like playing it out of obligation because he had sunk so much time into it, you know? Isn't time off though because of Christmas and New Year. Yeah, I figured. And welcome in, Falcon. He said he plays videos at double speed. Oh yeah, true. He watches like anime and he watches at double speed. It's crazy. I'm like listening, it's like so fast. Even on work nights, you're putting in 8 to 10 hours a day. And days off are like 16 to 18 hour sessions. Yeah, Chikano, maybe step outside, get some fresh air, get some exercise. Oh my god. If it's 100 hours, really? Your guy will say I lived both lives. Yeah. In 2024, you played games for about 2,000 hours. Oh my god. That's a lot. That's what I said to him, dude. In the past 10 years, you spent about 3 of them in front of your laptop. Yeah, like at that point, I think it's too much, you know? Like at a certain point, it's like that's too much gaming at a certain point. That's gotta have an impact on your personal life, right? And like the kind of things you can do in life and like what you can live, you know? Well, it's so cold out there though. Winter is peak JRPG season, apparently. But yeah, it's been quite cold recently. It's not too bad today, but it's like Um, I haven't gone out much. I haven't gone out much, like I say, but like I might go walk to the store today. Speaking of JRPG, if someone need to play, what's at the top of your list? Do you mean impact in your life? You're single? You know, like you can do things even if you're single. You know, you can like still do things like anything. Listen, GG's to my uncle. That's a lot of playtime. Guess he really likes it. Maybe I should get him Octopath Traveler 1. It's like 24 movies. That's pretty good. I haven't seen that many movies actually. I think I just saw Wicked, Wolverine this year. I did not like Wolverine that much. Or Deadpool, sorry. Sorry, it's Wolverine's movie. I'm getting Metaphor, but he doesn't like Persona. But maybe he would like Metaphor? I don't know. Is it high school students? I'll have to come up with a list of games to give him next year. I do want to give him Fire Emblem Three Houses. Planning on trying Twitch streaming soon. Ooh, good luck. One of your plans is to do a first playthrough of either Nier Automata, Persona 5 Royal, or Final Fantasy Remake, because you haven't played any of them. I mean, if you play Persona 5 or Final Fantasy, actually, if you play like any of them, I'm sure lots of people from chat would love to watch. Metaphor is nothing like Persona. It's like a high fantasy weeb style. Isn't that Persona? What's it's like, or you mean like it's more fantastical? But like Persona was pretty fantastical. Like some of the bosses by the end were like, weren't you fighting God at the end? Like what is if that's not fantasy? Combat sure, but has a more mature theme with no Persona-esque dating sim. You might like that. I think a mature theme is good. I don't think he cares much about the story. I think he likes good combat, and it seems like he likes turn-based combat a lot. So as long as the combat system is good, I think he would like it. I think he likes turn-based, he likes strategy. Maybe he would like some action style games as well. Like he liked Breath of the Wild. Oh, not Breath of the Wild. He liked Tears of the Kingdom a lot. Personas and high fantasy. What's the difference between normal fantasy and high fantasy? Turn-based combat is peak. It can be really fun. But, when there's like too much, when it gets too complex, and it's like, oh, it's a bit annoying. Like for example, like Fire Emblem was like too complex. I don't want to think this much when I'm doing that. But I think like Pokemon and stuff is fun. High fantasy is like LARPy stuff. You played a LARPy game? But what's high fantasy weeb style? You love Baldur's Gate? He only has a Switch, that's the problem, yeah. Metaphor's on Switch, yeah. He only has a Switch. He doesn't have a computer. Do you guys think it's still worth it to buy a Switch in 2025, or is Nintendo gonna release a new console soon? Yeah, I think they're gonna release a new console soon, so it might just be good to wait. Even if it's just like a slightly better version of Switch, it's probably better to just buy that in the long run, right? What's the Fire Emblem game called? Which one? The one that he played or the one that I was gonna get him? Because the one I got him was the newest one because that's the only one I could find a copy of. It needs to be like a physical game, so that one's Engage. But the older one is called Three Houses. March, the new Nintendo will be announced, and I bet it will come out holiday 20. That's pretty far in advance, though. If it doesn't come out to a holiday and you want to play the games now, you may as well get the Switch. I feel like it's not. Like, a year is a long time. And if the Switch is just like a better version of like the OLED Switch, then like you may as well just get the OLED Switch. If it's okay, I guess for you it's not a long time. For me, I'm like, wow, that's forever away. I should just get it now. I still think it's worth it. Okay, apparently I'm just impatient. For me, I feel like, oh, I want to buy it now. I'm like, I would like if I'm like, I want to play these games now. But I guess you have a lot of other games on your list. To be fair, you had like 3 JRPGs. Like that will last you more than the year, so probably fine. Just get a JRPG Station 5. I think actually I think a PlayStation 5 is not worth. Um I think PlayStation 5 is not worth at this point because like they said they're done with the generation. They're like, oh, we're moving on to the next generation of PlayStations, and they didn't even release like that many games on it. So it's like, and I'm guessing they already have a PlayStation 5 if they're gonna play Final Fantasy, right? Yeah, Pro at this point. Yeah, exactly. When they're like, especially like at the price point, because like I would say like buying a Switch is probably fine. Like, you know, you're not like throwing that much money away, but like PlayStation is like double the price of a Switch. So, you have no intention of playing a portable old school console style. You might say you might say a difference in when you're like, hey, I can lie in bed and I can play a JRPG, you know, all cozy. You guys know I'm a big fan of the handheld console. I love mobile games. I love DS. Like, I love handheld Switch. In fact, I wish the Switch was smaller so I could hold it like a DS. Because sometimes it hurts my hands. PS5 Pro at this point, not worth it. It's a joke. There's no point to get a PS5 Pro. Yeah, I don't think so either. I do. My PS5 is like slightly regret purchasing because I'm like, I feel like I would have been fine with the PS4. like I could just play like God of War Ragnarok on my PS4 and it would have been fine. Because I bought it with the belief, with the hope that there would be more games. I'd be like, oh, they're surely gonna have a lot more console exclusives on the PS5. So I better just buy it now, and I can enjoy like God of War on it now, and more games in the future. But guess what? There was no games in the future, so it was not good. That's my review. Not good. Not worth the $900 I spent on it. What an expensive console. PS5 is only on like year 4. We still have like 3-ish years. No, they said they're done. They literally said, like Sony said, like we are done with the PlayStation 5. We're gonna look forward to the next generation. Maybe they mean in like 3 years, but like I'm like, bro, you're not done. Like, give us more. Like, it's not worth it currently. You don't know, you grew up with the ancient Game Boy and Sega Game Gear, and those two seriously left a bad taste in your mouth. Were you reluctant to even consider portable gaming? Wait, did you never have a DS? Like a psychological thing? Did you have a DS? DS was peak. Takes so long for devs to adapt to new hardware nowadays. I mean, I guess so, but they do get like, or at least like, the companies that have like exclusivity with Sony, they usually get like a advanced copy of the hardware, but they keep like changing it. So like, I think it's kind of hard to develop before the console comes out, but they usually get like a prototype. Only one reason I get a PS5 Pro is to play a PS4 game at 60 FPS in a convoluted way, and it needs to be the physical model. True. Which at that point I just want to do on PC. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the PS4 sounds like an airplane taking off when you play certain games, so I guess the performance on PS5 is better, but I'm not a big frame rate guy. Only if it's like really bad. Like if it drops below like 15, I think that's when I start noticing, being like, yeah, it's bad. But if it's like 25, I don't really care. Maybe I would notice at like 20. I don't know. I don't know the number. But I don't mind if it's 30. Which is why the best games come out in the later years of the console lifespan. Yeah, that's true as well. But sometimes it's a good release one. What about Breath of the Wild? We're like old already by the time the DS came out. You can play games when you're old. PSP were great as well, but I wouldn't prefer handheld over a big screen. That's why I like the Switch though, because like I like having option for both, you know? Because like just handheld isn't always the best because sometimes I want to play on TV, but you know. But I like having the option to go handheld. And welcome in, Mr. Beck. Your PS4 Pro sounds like a jet engine when playing Monster Hunter World. Yeah. The PlayStation is very jet engine-like. Breath of the Wild was technically a Wii U title. I guess so, but it released on release for Switch. You're kidding, Fire Emblem Three Houses is impossible to find. I know, that's why I didn't. And the thing is I have the game, but I have it on digital, which I regret. I regret immensely. I bought it on digital because I was like, it's fine. But then now I'm like, oh, I wish I had it physical. So now I'm like, I'm even more dead set in my physical game, always better. Like, I meant by the time the DS came out, you're already in your sit in front of TV ways. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. But I think that, yeah, the DS came out when I was like a kid, but I didn't get it. I didn't have it. You guys know my gripe about this. I didn't get a DS, my brother did. I was not, I was not giving, I could have been a gamer kid, but it was like still during those times where it's like, oh, the games are for boys. But now I think it's less like that. At this point, I don't even care about performance. I just want to play the games. Yeah, honestly, for me, as long as the performance is not really like a selling point. It's more just like if the performance is not like if performance is not like hindering my enjoyment of the game. Like I do care about the performance in a situation like Pokemon Scarlet Violet, where like the performance is really detrimental to the enjoyment of the game. But if it's like, you know, like Breath of the Wild, you know, like I guess like, yeah, the performance is not the best in certain situations, but it really doesn't detract from my enjoyment of the game that much. So in that situation, I think it's okay. My physical copy at the house was stolen by some high school kid when you're working at the after school program. What? Rude. How dare they? Yeah, it's I guess I cannot buy your copy off you. What's Three Houses? It's a Fire Emblem. I remember those days as a kid, like it blew my mind that girls actually played games because then my sisters played at the time. I know. It's such a sad thing because like a lot of girls would love it. Like if they were given the space and the opportunity to like try games and play them just like boys, like then it would be like I'm sure many more girls would be like. I mean, these days, like, there's a lot of female gamers. Don't get me wrong, but you know, things would be different, I think. But to be fair, like back then, like, there's a lot of games that I think anyone can enjoy, but there was a lot of also like a lot of weirdness when it came to like female characters in games and stuff. So I guess that could be a bit of a turnoff as well, as I get older. But yeah, things are different now for sure. But yeah, I think. But that's the same with everything, you know? It's like, oh, like, if we encouraged girls to, like, for me, as a girl who's in, like, STEM, if it's like, oh, if we encouraged girls to pursue these jobs when they're younger, like, maybe they would, you know, maybe the industry would be different. That kind of thing. Walkman Spy Hunter. You loved it when girls played games back in the day. I know. And like most people would have been really accepting of it and very like would want more people to enjoy the games, you know? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that was like the perception of the time. Like it was like, oh, like you should get a video game for your son. Your son would love this as a gift, but like you should get like I don't know, like a Barbie for your girl instead. Not that anything wrong with Barbies, but like, I'm a very strong supporter of like, I don't think kids' toys should be gendered at all. Like, I don't think there should be like girls' toys and boys' toys. Like, I feel like they should just all be completely gender neutral, but it's gonna be really hard to reach that point, I think. Because like, I don't think there's any like reason where like there's literally no reason where it's like, oh, like you need to be a boy to be able to play with this toy, you know? Like there's literally nothing like that. And back then most games are horrible for females. Even playing Guess the Game with Kimmy only while watching the screenshots of some of them she's terrified. Yeah, some of the portrayal of the female characters in older games is definitely very questionable. If you can't even play with toys anymore, good point. Maybe not. And TikTok is gender neutral. Prime example is Fantasy Star from Sega back in 1987. It was such a big thing that the protagonist was a girl. And now the game and the series scene is like a trailblazer because of that. That's great. That's great to hear. I actually didn't know about that, but that's actually a lot earlier than I would have thought for, you know, for a female protagonist. But yeah, it's crazy. Like even now though, like a lot of there'll be like a weird backlash for like when there's like female protagonists or something like that. Like for example with like Horizon and stuff like there's always like that weird like subset. There's like always like a weird subset of people who are like, why are you like pushing your agenda on us by having a female character as a protagonist? I'm like, bro, like look at every video game ever and like 99% of them have a male protagonist. Like chill. Like you need to chill. Which probably also contributes to a lot of girls not getting into games because it's kind of like it can be kind of hostile. But also, if you get the chance, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Revolutionary. Like a Samus, one of the best female protagonists in gaming. True. There's lots of great female protagonists. I think protags should be gender neutral. Like having two options, or like they're just the character is gender neutral. I think there's a space for having, like, I think sometimes their gender is relevant to the story, or like sometimes the gender is relevant to the story. But it depends. Like a lot of like it depends. I think if it's like a self-insert protagonist, like a silent protagonist or like one without a character, then like I think they should. Yeah, I agree. They should all just be like, you should either get to choose gender or like no gender, or it should just be like ambiguous. It doesn't really matter. You could just choose the appearance. I think that's fine. But like, and one thing I really like is when the clothing options are not tied to the gender you pick at the start of the game. Cause like, you know, when like for example in Pokemon, like you have a different like clothing shop if you're like, if you pick the male or female character, which is, I guess is like kind of true to real life. But in real life, you could also like, I can go to a men's clothing store and I could buy men's clothes, you know. So like, I think you should just be able to pick all of them. And like Animal Crossing does that. Was it Breath of the Wild alleged to have a gender neutral Link at first? I mean, to be fair, like Link's gender is not very relevant to the story. And he's like, he doesn't really have much of a personality, to be fair. The only thing that I think they would have a problem with is like Link and Zelda are kind of a romantic relationship, and I don't know if Nintendo's ready for one of their biggest franchise to be like a lesbian couple. You know, like I don't know if they're ready for that. I think you wouldn't prefer Kratos to be gender. Yeah, that's a great example actually, because Kratos' story is very much like about masculinity and like about being a father, and like I think those things, the story would not be the same if you could choose a gender. Like I think he has to be male. Like his story is very much about masculinity and like the good things about it and the bad things about it. I think it's a great story in that regard. Dragon Quest 3 gave us the option to choose gender in 1988. It doesn't change the game, but it's a silent protagonist, like what you mentioned. Yeah, exactly. If the gender is not relevant, or if like, you know, especially if the character like doesn't have any personality, or you're meant to insert yourself into it, then it should be gender neutral. Because like, you know, if I'm a female person playing a game, then I would like to choose a female protagonist. And some people have the opposite. Some people prefer playing as the opposite gender protagonist, and that's totally fine too. Echoes of Wisdom 8 making Zelda the protagonist. That what people have been asking for ages. In Super Mario Brothers 2, the main character, not the main character, the main character of Mario, yes, Birdo. Character Birdo is a male who identifies as a female, wants to be called Birdetta. Really? Is it handled well? That's crazy. I would not expect that from Nintendo. Super Birdo siblings. True. Where's our Super Birdo siblings game? We need that. That'd be funny. Yeah, so I think like I don't watch a lot of like anime or consume a lot of anime like media or anything like that, but I think there's a lot of like trans stuff, no? Like in a lot of anime and like JRPGs and stuff like that. I don't know like how it's handled or like what they do with it, but like I don't think it's uncommon. Anime? Did someone say anime? Sleeper agent. I can't believe you portrayed us like that, Angel. You're slacking on the weeb front. I mean, I've been slacking my whole life, yes. In your defense, oh, so you admit to it. Spike's family is epic. Get out of here, Angel. JRPG. I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said the words anime or JRPG. Saying both in the same sentence, mistake. One of your favorite female character archetype in the anime games is the warrior maiden trope. Like Zelda, you mean? Like a pretty girl fight good? Is that what you mean? I love pretty girl fight good. For me, my favorite female character archetype. Yeah, I like a badass female character. But I like a good feminine female character who's like Aerith, who's she's strong in her own way, but she doesn't necessarily need to be like buff or like there's obviously like I love a good tomboy character as well who's like strong in that way, like Vi, for example. But I like when also they can be like very feminine and also be strong. Cause like then they're not automatically being like, oh, to be strong, it's to be like masculine. Zelda gets kidnapped too often. Yeah, she's been kidnapped a lot. You love Mitsuru in P3? Really? I mean, I love Anne or On in P5. Like pretty girl, beautiful woman, but unsurpassed fighting ability. Warrior maiden is like Tifa, but even more powerful. Tifa's pretty cool. Sailor Moon in the 90s had a lot of LGBT stuff, like Uranus and Sailor Neptune. When the 90s Sailor Moon came in Cartoon Network, they called them cousins. That seems worse. That seems kind of worse. She's badass and she speaks some French. Ooh, amiguette. Ezra from Fairy Tail. I don't watch enough animes to know, but I know Tifa. Yeah, I kind of like the dynamic of like Tifa and Aerith. Like they're both strong in their own way, but they're both like very well-rounded characters, I would say. They're also yaoi and yuri mangas. That's true. I feel like Japan's weird about like, or you mean like East Asia in general? It's very weird about that kind of stuff because like they have so much media and they have so much like of this like like the mangas and stuff like that where it's like where there's a lot of LGBT stuff, but like culturally it's not accepted. You know, like it's very weird. It's like, oh, it's okay if it's like a story or like this random like celebrity we have that, you know, or like those kind of things. But then like it's like, oh, but you want to get married as a gay couple? No, like not allowed. It's there, but don't speak of it. Yeah, exactly. When they redub Sailor Moon, they stick to the LGBT one. That's good. Jill Valentine kicks zombie dogs. True. There's also Jill is from Resident Evil, right? We also have Ada, pretty cool. Yeah, there's lots of well done female characters these days, which is good. And they get, you know, even if they kind of made it kind of weird at the start, like, you know, like Tomb Raider, for example. She was kind of questionably designed at the start. They can turn it around, you know, like they can be like, okay, yeah, we should probably like fix this. You know what's funny? The CPA we work with, her name is Ada Wong. Really? What a coincidence. I guess it's not like the most uncommon name, you know? We should cosplay as Ada Wong one day so I could call her Ada Ju. I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay Ada Wong. But every time I wear like my like reddish pink not crop top, but my turtleneck, Angel calls me Ada Wong every time. So I've kind of done it. I literally have like a heat tech turtleneck in the same color as Ada Wong. I just don't have like a gun harness, you know? It was I don't regularly wear a gun harness to stream. So that's the only part I'm missing. I got the hair length for Ada. I think mine's a bit longer than hers these days. But I used to. Isn't hers like a little bit shorter? But mine has grown. You know, perfect cosplay for me. What is it? Is it a Persona character? Ada Wong is option 10 on cosplay channel point. I mean, I could probably do it quite easily with like stuff I have, you know? Like I could probably she doesn't really require much, you know? Like it's just like I already have a matching shirt. You could just do it with normal clothes. She's from MF Ghost. What's that? MF Ghost? How do you carry how do I carry my gun? In my pocket like a normal person? What do you mean? You'd be perfect as Arlecchino, sit Lolly. I do not think I would fit Arlecchino. I feel like we have very different vibes. But I will consider sit Lolly. I think she has a cool outfit. Racing anime. It's a sequel to Initial D. Yeah, I don't even know what that one is, but racing anime. Okay, got it. What is it? What is their name? Let me look it up. If it doesn't look like me, I'm gonna be offended. If she's ugly, I'm gonna be offended. I don't know how you make a anime character ugly. Ren MF Ghost. Oh, I came up. Wait, the first thing that comes up is a Reddit post saying, "Why is Ren so hated?" Do people hate her? My hair is too long now. She just wears normal clothes. My hair is too long. Her hair is like way short. My hair used to be that length, but look how long it is. Look how long my hair is now. Easy cosplay. She just have normal clothes. What is she wearing, by the way? So I just scrolled down. Like for the first one, it's like she's wearing like a school uniform. But as I scroll down, what is she wearing? I'm not gonna click on that. Yeah, I'm. What is she? She's sometimes wearing orange bikini bottom, but sometimes they're white, and the white ones look weird. It looks like she's just wearing underwear. Why is it white? Wear the matching one, Ren. Wear your matching clothes. She has pretty crazy abs, though, to be fair. Miju's also similarly hate. That's true. That's true. Maybe that's a good point. She's a racing queen. She's wearing like a bikini. I don't like the white one though. Looks like she's wearing a bikini top and then normal underwear. Is that what people wear at races? If you go to like a car race, there's just girls in bikinis just walking around. Why? Why? In Japan, kinda. Why? It's like very. Is racing sexual? I thought for car people, the cars are the sexy things, you know. Like Gwen would love it if you did a cosplay. True, true. I already have the shirt apparently. I just need a gun holster. You should watch Fast and Furious, really? They're like umbrella girls in Japan. There's a whole idol culture weaved into motorsports in Japan. What? That's crazy. That's did not know that. Things I have learned today. So I will not be suddenly surprised if I go to a car race in Japan and then there's scantily clad women everywhere. Because motorsports are for the yeah, speaking of things being like hard for women to get into with the because they somehow become very male dominated over the years. There's tons of girl drivers. But isn't it? It must be weird for them. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You'd think like that would be something that like happened a while ago, but like now it's like a thing of the past, you know? Look up Maya Orizo, she's sick, and another Maya? Wow, there's Mayas everywhere these days. We're taking over the world. We're taking over the world. A cool racer? I'm down. I'll go cheer her on in a bikini. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's interesting. It just seems like I guess they like in America they have like cheerleaders, right? They're not really in bikinis, but like they're kind of in like they wear like really short shorts and like crop tops, no? They're like models, some of them sing, dance. I'll dox myself and say I follow some of the former race queens. They're more than a pretty face. So one of the girls who won a debut awards in 2018 is a nutritionalist for a day job. Honestly, that's pretty good. You know what? Go them. I've changed sides. I support them. I support them wholeheartedly. I will protect them from the weird men who are looking at them. You actually like Ren though? She's cool. I don't doubt that. I think like she's a student or something. She's studying. Go. You know, she's getting some money while she goes through school or like does something else. Don't know. Good job. She keeps a great body. She can show it off. Bit weird that it's like part of this event, but like nothing against the women who are doing it, of course. It's just strange. It seems very unrelated. It's like really sunny now all of a sudden. And Milk Impact, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Last episode, you were crushed on Omamori to find out you got one from a different girl. What? What a jerk. How dare they? But yeah, welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Were you streaming some Genshin? I haven't played the new patch yet. I'm really excited for the Archon quest. I need to avoid all the spoilers until I get through it. Yeah, welcome in. It's getting really nice out. I should walk to the store later. That's my plan. I need to get outside because like yesterday I like left my apartment. Surprise! I left my apartment and then I was like, I had like a moment where I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen this hallway in a minute. Like, wow, like it's been a while since I've been in this hallway. So I was like, in that moment, I was like, yeah, I should probably get out more. We're seeing some variety today. Nice. I've had a good time. Sounds like it was. Crush is the protagonist. He's half English, half Japanese, and live with his family. And he doesn't know she's one of the angels. What? He doesn't know? Doesn't he see her? It feels like -11 here. I think I'll stay inside till April. Okay, that's a bit cold for a walk. How can you touch grass? Can you touch grass there, or is there snow on the ground at the moment? It has not snowed yet this year. It's like almost 10 degrees today, so it's not very cold. It's more of like it's not even like winter jacket temperature right now. It's more of like a rain jacket temperature. She wears a wig at work. Oh, okay. Yeah, he should still recognize her face, you know? But we just had this whole thing where I didn't recognize Alan Rickman anytime, so fair enough. 10? Good God, I need to move out west? Exactly. Vancouver is the only livable place in in Canada. I stand by it. We've had actually like the warmest winter recently. Like we had a 12-degree day around Christmas time. It was kind of crazy. We just did an excellent job at convincing me that Vancouver is Canada's best city because it's true. It's true. I don't need convincing. It's a fact. what are other arguments you guys have? Like, clearly Vancouver's the best. It's beautiful. It's not freezing cold. And it doesn't get too hot. Honestly, only downside, it's really expensive. But it's only really expensive because everyone wants to live here. Can't argue with that. Bring all the Miju's next cosplay lore. I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay that, but I respect her character. Monkaman tentacle or tentacly. You want snow? I don't want snow. The roads get crazy. If it's okay if it's a day I'm not driving, but like terrible. The people driving in the snow, terrible. I haven't seen the sun in a few days. It's overcast and hovering around -5. That's cold. Yeah, I haven't seen the sun in a while too, so it's kind of nice to see it today. It was really cloudy this morning and it was raining, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be another bad day. But the clouds have cleared away. I can see a little bit of blue sky. But I'm very happy about that. Anyone says Toronto or Montreal is better than Vancouver, they're just biased because they're local. Exactly. Yeah, it is unbelievably expensive, but it's just people just want to live there. It was cold here last week that the compostable bag froze to the bottom of the bin. So when the truck came by to pick it, it didn't empty and now it's smelly. Wait, how can it be smelly though if everything is frozen? Wouldn't it just freeze the stinkiness? It's cold and windy over here. The evilest duo. That is. Oh, it thawed out? Oh, too bad. It's still smelly through the cold. How does that happen? What's the temperature in Calgary these days? Is that you make Alberta whatever freezing province you're in sound terrible? I mean, all the provinces are like that. What'd you throw in there? Probably, I don't know. Maybe like eggshells. Yeah, that's true. Eggshells could be pretty stinky. Lots of yeast. Yeah, lots of baking scraps, you know? Lots of baking scraps. Stuff from, I guess, not stuff from the garden. Surely the garden is dead. Are the tomato plants alive? Vancouver sounds lovely. No snow, it's above 0. It really is. It really is. It hasn't gone below 0. Maybe overnight, maybe. Warmed up. It's -11 and it warmed up. Oh god. Yeah, that's frozen hell sounds about right. You dug up the tomato plant a long time. Okay, good. The poor tomato plant. Welcome in Star. Hope you're doing well today. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. One speak through a metaphor. He's busy. Estat is deep in Elden Ring. He is such a fan. He's joined the LARPer side. You're not getting him back. Don't know how you guys do it in the prairie. Does Alberta count as the prairies? Isn't it still in like the Rockies? You've been LARPed, yeah. He's been claimed by the LARPers. Wait, this stat was the best stat? It's lost. It's lost. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy? Doesn't even remember it. Oh, and a stat. My uncle has played 275 hours of Octopath Traveler 2. He's lost to whatever that is. He's throwing a -40 and has to do taxes every week. I don't know why he just leave Alberta. I'm pretty sure Alberta has lower taxes than BC. Mood board bartender stat. Those were the days, but they're gone. Uncle Hooked, you should ask what his favorite character is. I will. I'll also be like, hey, you've been playing, and that was in a month, by the way. Because I left Japan. Okay, maybe it was like almost 2 months. But that's still a lot in almost 2 months. And taxes go up and get more complicated that's true. If you relocate, the taxes will be crazy. You just have to get an accountant for that year that you move. So it doesn't want to be around the ocean. I mean, he probably just doesn't want high income taxes in BC or business taxes. Nobody's not that cold. I guess not compared to Alberta currently. But maybe I'm sure like Winnipeg is worse. Um, I actually like this song. It's really cute. I'm not a huge IVE fan. Oh yeah, guys, when I was at I think I said this in the Discord, but like I was at I was at a Korean restaurant in London and they were playing this playlist, right? They played After Like every other song. I was there for like almost an hour. They played After like 14 times. I was like, please stop playing. They would play like After Like, they would play some Western pop song, and then they would play After Like again. Like I think someone messed with the Spotify playlist or something. It was like so weird. Me do love Texas. No snow, no cold, low tide. Like, why would you think I would love Texas? In what world? Um, Thanks for the 5 stream streak star. You saved up 4 a.m. just for a song to be released. What song was it? Was it IVE? After Like. I mean, I don't hate After Like, but I didn't not want to hear it that many times. Like every time that intro came on, I was like, oh, not again. Not After Like again, please. Taco Toast Dog or Taco for Dog. I'm more of a Taco for Dog man myself. I'm not a. I don't really need a Taco Toast Dog, you know. I just said no snow, no cold weather, low taxes, but it's Texas. We have some Texans here in our community, and they are constantly complaining about the heat. You know what it's like in the summer. What did someone say What did someone say yesterday? They said the only seasons in Texas are deathly hot, hellishly hot, like spring, and then hot again. Like I was like, it was something like that. Yeah, the song is cute though. I like it. I was dropping an album in February. I don't really follow them, but I follow One Young on Instagram because like who doesn't? It's Great by Kickflip, which is the JYP's new boy group. Ooh, I hope you enjoyed it. I got friends in South Texas and it's been the high 80s recently, and it's January. Exactly. I can't live in a place like that. Also, it's Texas. It's do I need, and it's America. Do I need to say more? I already live on the Canadian part, you know? Like I don't need to go. I don't need to go to America. We run this continent, yeah, but we've carved out this little area for ourselves, and you guys shouldn't touch us, you know? Texas sounds like hot Alberta. True. I mean, the only thing would be like some southern barbecue. Sounds delicious, but I can get that here, okay? If I would lived in Texas, I would eat cornbread every day, but it's okay. I'll just live here. I know that USA lost last time they invaded Canada. They don't even want anything from us. That's our whole thing. Like we're just like we just have no conflict, you know? We just don't start any conflict. The Cowboys in Alberta too. Exactly. It's okay. I'm not moving to Alberta or Texas. I'm happy here. I'm just gonna stay here. If I was gonna move somewhere else in Canada, it would probably be Toronto. But I still think Vancouver's better. But if I had to, I'd move to Toronto. And if I had to move to America, I'd move to Seattle. Because it's basically Vancouver. It's just America. Surprise status in the Red Dead Redemption 2 gamer. I know. He lives that Red Dead Redemption life every day. He doesn't need the game. Yeah, exactly. Why game when he does IRL? In Seattle's full of zombies now. You want to be on the east side. That's true. But they are filming it here, so really Vancouver's full of zombies. Like Bellevue or Kirkland. I mean, if I lived in Seattle, I'd probably be in Redmond, no? Where all the tech guys are. I guess it's just Microsoft. I guess Microsoft can let me in. Maybe a nice Bellingham, very close to the border. But yeah, I'd prefer to stay in Vancouver. Why Seattle full of zombies? For Last of Us 2? Nintendo is in Redmond too? I don't want to work for Nintendo. I'm okay. No game companies for me. Drug epidemic. Oh, you mean, I thought you were talking about Last of Us. I thought you meant like zombies. Drug epidemic. I mean, yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to live in like downtown anyway, because like even downtown here is like, can be kind of, depends on the area. Oh, should we show them how we do it every day, Angel? I almost missed it. Let's go to Victoria, zombies can't swim. That's true. That's true. KDA? What? Should we show them how we do it every day? Means you're gonna work on Madden. I can't remember what games they work on here. I don't think it's Madden. I think it's FIFA, UFC, and I can't remember what they yeah, probably NHL as well. I think that's the game that they do here. Definitely, I think FIFA, because they have like a soccer field at their office. So it'd be kind of weird if they didn't have FIFA. I have no idea. Canadians don't have a hockey game. Yeah, like it's got to be made in Canada if it's a hockey game. And I think last year on NHL, our boy, he's not Canadian, but he's the captain of the Canucks. Quinn Hughes was on the cover, so you know it's gotta be Canada, you know. It really is getting nice. I should go on a walk. And my joints are rusting. My joints are really rusty these days, you know? I don't know what to do with myself today since I got no game to play. You should go outside. Why don't you go outside? FIFA was worked on in Romania. Really? Feel just for fun. Oh. Okay, I guess it's just for fun. I want to work in an office where people play sports for fun. That's not why I became a software developer. My joints are rusting, aren't you? I'll be like 20. No, Angel, I just turned 26. Huge difference. The rust sets in at 26. It's gray and cold out there today. It's a bit gray, but it's not raining currently. I gotta get some fuel though, so I probably go out a bit. I didn't fill up my car for like 2 months. I kept going on vacation, and then when I finally had to fill it up after Christmas. If I was gonna work on a game, it wouldn't be a game full of gambling aimed at kids. True. I guess there's like a moral issue with that as well. Some petrol, exactly. I gotta get some petrol at the petrol stand. It's I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna do the non-NA thing, and I'm gonna walk. Oh my god, I was reading a Reddit post yesterday, and it was like someone was like saying like, oh, like, am I the a-hole for like kicking someone out and making them like walk home? And this guy was like came over to their dinner party and was like insulting their food, so they told them to leave. And then they got a ride here. They got a ride to their apartment. So then they had to, and then he was like guilting everyone, being like, oh, I can't believe she made me walk home. And everyone was like, how long was the walk? And they were like 20 minutes. And apparently all this person's mutual friends were like, I can't believe you make him walk 20 minutes all the way home. And I was like, bro, like, what world do they live in where 20 minutes is like a long walk? That's like a pretty normal length walk. Like, sure, I'm not a huge fan of walking for 20 minutes, but like, it's not like that crazy of a walk. For me, it's like, if it's like 30 minutes, then I'll probably want to drive. Like 30 minutes is kind of long. But yeah, I used to walk 20 minutes to school as well. I'm like, or I would like, between classes at school, I would walk 20 minutes. Like, come on. We once drove a Mercedes and got to a gas station, and the guy looked at me funny. Apparently, the tank is on the passenger side. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I always forget what side mine is on, but mine is on the driver's side. Those dinosaurs gave up their lives so I could drive my vehicle. True. Then petrol at the service station by the motorway. Right? What are you trying to say to us? Called a highway? Have you never heard life is a highway? They didn't say life is a motorway. I thank the T-Rex for the sacrifice they made for us so you could drive our car. Your mom was saying you walk home from Buffalo. It's a 2-hour drive. That would be a long walk. How long do you take Luca for a walk? About 45 minutes to an hour. Usually takes about an hour because Luca's slow. Like if I was walking without Luca, it would probably only take like 30 minutes. But walking with Luca, because he's like always stopping, it probably takes like 45 to an hour. What's Luca been up to? Same old, just living his life, sleeping, eating. He got some turkey over Christmas. He was very happy about that. He's blind and needs to smell the smells. Yeah, he needs to sniff and pee. Exactly. It's like, we usually let him just sniff around as much as he wants because, like, we feel kind of bad because he probably doesn't get a lot of, like, stimulation at home because he can't really, like, play properly and you can't, like, look at stuff, right? So, like, he's probably kind of bored. Like, if you're just blind and you're just, like, sitting at home, aren't you kind of bored? Like, what are you gonna do? So, like, we usually let him, like, explore around, you know? Petroleum is a dinosaur remnants. It's older than that. It's from plants and algae and stuff. Okay. Thank you, sir. First we learned about spill the beans, and now we're learning about petroleum. Blind people are boring. No, like he must be bored. He has no stimulation. I said bored, not boring. I'm sure humans can, you know, like read or like listen to something or like, you know, they can do like normal, you know, like everyday stuff that we do. But dogs don't have a lot of stuff to do. He's waiting on that lettuce. He is. These days he's really into broccoli. He's into potato, sweet potato. He loves sweet potato. And kabocha, of course. Turkey and lettuce, of course. He got a good amount of turkey at Christmas. He was very happy about this. Turkey and lettuce. He had a good sandwich. He had a good sandwich ingredients there. That's what Luca's been up to. Same old. Just I don't think he has anything new in life. He's still taking a bunch of medications. As the old man he is. But his health has not changed. He's just chilling. His old man meds, yeah. Literally his old man meds, because he has like arthritis medication. So it really is. You see egg sandwiches for school? Egg sandwich is pretty good. I like a good egg sandwich. Oh, they call it a sandwich. There's no sand. There ain't no witch meat on it. What kind of sandwiches are you eating that there's no witch meat? That's like you gotta have the witch meat. Poor Luca got carpet tunnel. Yeah, he was gaming too hard, you know? He just too twitchy with the mouse, you know, playing Fortnite. Other than that, he's very happy to see me every time I see him, which is very nice. I took some pictures of him yesterday. Took some pictures of him yesterday and I accidentally put the flash in his face, but he didn't notice because he's blind. The guy's goated with the sauce. He is. He's really the best dog I've ever known. But yeah. I might go and have some, almost a dinner. I might go and have some lunch now. I made some jjajangmyeon on Friday from scratch. I made not like the instant one. I made it from scratch. So got a bowl of some noodles and put my homemade sauce on it. Sandwich is named after John Montagu, 4th Earl of Sandwich, an 18th century English aristocrat. Really? I said aristocrat. I didn't mean to say that. Earl of Sandwich. That's my dream. Didn't you home make the noodles? I didn't home make the noodles. The noodles are udon noodles. Dinner at 12:30. Miju's really old. No wonder her joints are rusting. Yeah, I need to eat dinner at 12:30 so I can go to my bedtime at 4 p.m. You know. But yeah, it's hope you guys have a good lunch as well. Enjoy your sandwich if you have one, and become the new Earl of Sandwich, of course. And welcome in, Orlane. I'm sorry, I'm just ending. I hope you're having a great day. I want a sandwich. Honestly, a sandwich sounds good. But I just ate my last piece of the bread this morning. So when I go to the store, I should get some bread. Needs to go buy some udon noodles. Crazy deal at the real Canadian Superstore? No way. Maybe they'll have a deal at the real Canadian Superstore here. There were 3 other Earls of Sandwich? Crazy. You made a pulled pork in an Instant Pot the other day? Cheapest protein meal for like a week. Yes! Pulled pork in a pressure cooker? So good. It's so good. My mom makes that all the time as well. Might be the same recipe if it's the Instant Pot recipe. It's so good though, like making a pulled pork sandwich and with the coleslaw on it. Oh, so good. And you can freeze the pork. It's like it freezes really well. It's falafel wraps for dinner. That sounds good. 38 for a pack of Heiwa udon noodles. That's really cheap. That's so cheap. I'm not that close to Superstore though. It's probably not worth it. I'm just gonna walk to closer place. How important to eat the food a certain way, they'll call it eventually the Ricky. I think the Ricky is eating like a family bag of M&Ms. That's the meal. That's the Ricky meal. But yeah. Yeah, I think I will leave it here for today because it's already a little past 12. I'll be streaming again. I'll actually stream Genshin this week, I promise. I'll be streaming Genshin this week on Wednesday. Discord, can you tag? Oh yeah, we'll have to let you in. We had like a bit of a raid. I think it's open now. Okay. Yeah, I think it's open again. We got like a concerning Discord raid, so we had to block all the joins. But now it's okay. Now it's okay. You can get in. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. I'll be streaming more, just chatting again next weekend if you want. Join the Discord if you haven't already. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.